Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the pub. Came down here about 2 minutes ago. Jeez, I'm all crazed out here. Fuck. All right. What's up, people? Cheers. Manhattan. Oh, yeah. Maker's Mark. Delicious. Thanks, Last Dance. I'll say hi to everyone in a second. So I think I'll try to do the two solos from the song Patience. So that was by Guns N' Roses, released on Lies, 1986, GNR Lies, maybe 1987. And that's follows that is when Axl sings in the intro. And then the second solo, how does that one go? But 2, 3. I fucked up the end of that. Sorry. Just a great tune, Patience by GNR. Good one. There's also some other cool tunes on that album. The acoustic version of You're Crazy. I've been looking for a place, looking for a heart, looking for a lover, the world that's much too dark, because you don't want my love. You want satisfaction, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You don't need my love, you just wanna find yourself another piece of the action. You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. I said you're crazy. You know you are. You know you are. You're fucking crazy. All right. Good album. And we won't be playing One in a Million, because some of you here probably know the lyrics to that one, and that one is no bueno. But it is a good tune. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, Four Non Blondes. I can't sing like her, but I can certainly play the guitar. That woman has a tremendous voice. All right, so we got George. How you doing, brother? Alan. Topple. What's up, dude? Yeah, Four Non Blondes. That popular song they had 25 years, and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope. Last Dance, Georgie, Biscuit Vapes, Martin, Marie. Oh, sorry, not Martin, Marie Baggett. How you doing, Marie? Good to have you. Cool. David Edwards, there you are. What's up, dude? John Grammaticus. There you are, Johnny boy. Old John Juan. Spuds C. I'm guessing Spud C. Big fan of potatoes. Spud C. I can't really see what his avatar is. Possibly a perched bird of some sort. Hard to see. Anyways, welcome. Amy Dodd, how are you? Good to see you here, darling. Martin, right, exactly. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm going to start this one off with a special sweet treat I've got. Now, let's see. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see that. Let's see if you can see this baby. See that? Cannabis leaf. Cannabis infused, THC infused espresso beans. I'm going to do 3. There's probably 3.5 milligrams in each. So it'll give me around 10. Wow. Delish. Dark chocolate. No weed taste at all. These things are dangerous. If you didn't know they were going to get you as high as a kite, you would inadvertently or unintentionally get as high as a kite. I mean, 3 of these tiny things, I'm 2.25. So if 3 of these get me high, the average, and I smoke a fair amount, the average person will be really, really gonzo on that. Topple. Very well, thanks, Amy. It's Friday. Friday is good. Got a glass of bourbon, some beers, some weed, chocolate-covered espresso beans. Life is good. At least life is good for me here in this moment. When I was in the weeds today, yesterday, whatever, might not have been as good, but at this moment here now, it is good. And you are 38. Okay, thanks for letting us know that. That's a good age. It's a solid age. I'm beyond that age myself, but not by much. And it's a fine caliber of weapon, too, as George can attest, the 38. Also the 380 automatic, same size, I believe. Good caliber. I'm a bigger caliber. I'm a 45 right now. And 5 years from being the 50 cal. And after that, you're screwed. I'm thinking he means simpleton. I've heard some British guys say that. Topple. Replace great with crazy, and I think you nailed it. Crazy eyes, homeboy. Crazy eyes topple. All right. So anyways, as always, I see you there, LD. All right. How do I do this? Let's see. Oh, God. All right. Yeah. Yes, paste. Touchscreen is not all it's cracked up to be. You can do everything pretty much on the keyboard and the mouse. Just look like an idiot touching the screen, A live stream. Fucking retard. Sorry. Shouldn't say that. Okay, they pander to pretty ladies. I see. Okay. Well, honesty is a good, I love it, George. It's good stuff, man. And there is the link to join in. And there's Mr. Last Dance. How you doing?
All right. How are you doing, Smokesteve?
Pretty good, thank you. Thought I'd throw this together for Friday night because I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend. I got a couple friends coming over, so.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was going to ask you the first thing, why tonight? So you beat me to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a friend coming over tomorrow, as well as my wife has a friend coming over, so we're going to party down all night and shit, so it just wouldn't work.
Sure.
Sure. I would basically have to ignore the dude friend.
That would be wrong.
Exactly.
That would be very wrong.
Exactly, man. How you doing? What you got anything planned for the 4th, the 3rd, anything?
No, I don't have anything planned, but I'm sure we'll do something.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the 4th is that my daughter's dog doesn't like a lot of dogs. He does not like fireworks and firecrackers, and so it's generally a fairly stressful weekend for the dogs, and we can't leave him alone in the house because there'll be results.
Can I clarify? Are the dogs in your house?
Well, it's her dog, and she lives in her own house. But if she comes over here and we go somewhere, the dog will
I see what you're saying.
probably stay here. She lives in a row house, so she's lives in a more densely populated community. So
Did you call it a royal house?
row.
Okay, all right. Well, cool.
ROW.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
So essentially all planning of activities for first thing first is deal with the dog, and then maybe we can do something.
Exactly.
Is it a big dog, small dog?
No, it's a big dog. It's a I don't know if you're familiar with the Golden Doodle breed.
Sure.
It's a mix of a poodle and a golden retriever, and this comes in all sizes, just like poodles come in all sizes. But this has a standard poodle, so he's a big, he's the bigger golden.
Tall. Yeah, right. Tall.
Breed, tall, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So.
And he's over 10 years old now, so we cater to his feelings.
Are you does the thing
Outer Banks?
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I've been to the Outer Banks many years ago, a couple times.
Okay. Yes, we were possibly thinking of planning a family trip in that direction this fall, possibly. So.
Yeah, we twice we rented houses right on the beach in that area, and
good experiences.
It was, but I'm talking, gosh, it must have been 20 years ago or more. We did that.
Right around 9/11 times, like turn of the millennium, that kind of time.
Yeah, God, it might have been before that. So maybe let's up it to 25.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that was 20 years ago, wasn't it? Oh,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we're thinking about it. It's tossing different ideas around, and the rental houses there are spectacular, but you got to jump quick because the way it is now, shit just gets rented, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, back 25 years ago, it was, beautiful house, reasonably priced. I mean, not cheap, but, reasonably priced. The even in the middle of summer, it really wasn't too crowded or, ugly, filled with people. So it was a very nice trip. And we did it once, and then we liked it so much, we brought my parents along for the next year. Do
Gotcha.
the same thing again. So, and they're very picky.
Right. So it's probably the situation similar to here, where there's a public beach maybe a mile and a half north of us, where of course that gets crowded, but this section is all houses. So it's basically what people can walk from their houses that are at the beach, which makes it like 10 times less populated than when you go up to the 500 lot, where everyone's fucking crammed in there. So it does make a difference for sure without having a parking lot.
Yep.
And this town, we're pretty, they're not super strict about like ticketing people, but there's rogue parkers who will find a spot to park and then they'll like carry their shit down to the beach. They get away with it here and there, but it's annoying because I live here and I don't want other people parking.
Yep.
It's such a what do they call that? A NIMBY type person, not my backyard.
Not in my backyard. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's a NIMBY.
At some level, yeah.
I'm a NIMBY.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If they told you they were going to be running new high efficiency power lines, 90 feet from your window, you'd be like, I like the high, right.
Right. Never mind global warming. I don't want to see them.
Right. Not to mention the frequencies or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah. Actually, we used to, after we went to the Outer Banks, we found a place much closer, which was Bethany Beach in Delaware.
Okay.
It's a little more crowded, but it's kind of the right amount of not too crowded, but still enough of a crowd that there are businesses and you can get beach fries and all that stuff too.
Yeah, on that subject, on a trip up, taking a moving truck from Florida to Massachusetts, me and my bro took the Delaware Bridge Bay system thing that goes under the water across, and then we took the ferry across to Cape May, New Jersey. That that was a cool trip, but fuck, man, that was long going through Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. You think of it as a little tiny state, but
Yeah.
it has length, if not width.
Yeah, we were like at one point just like, all right, we're not getting there anytime soon. Just spin me up one drink. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Drinking and driving. Not good. This was years and years ago, but I mean, that's the type of state that is. It's fucking flat and you're just like going and going and going, you know? But
Yeah.
crazy. But cool place. Cape May, New Jersey, also beautiful. And to comment here, Topple, yeah, Massachusetts, I know it is commonly thought of as a liberal state, and of course it is politically leaning that way. But I gotta say, dude, it is a great state to live in. And the cost of living is maybe a little on the high side, but wages are high as well, and there's money here to be made. You know, it's a good place. I don't know, I love it. I'm a Yankee. You know, this is where I live. I love it. And weed's legal, which is cool. So
how legal is it?
Completely legal.
Okay.
They're building a dispensary not far from here, and there's dispensaries all over the place at this point. So at the beginning, the lines were literally like a mile long.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unreal. They had remote parking with shuttle vans and shuttle buses, and just insane. And for the most part, I don't really have to worry about that. But anyways, let's bring in some buddies here. Sorry for this, and Wyatt Earp.
Howdy, boys.
Howdy.
Lord. Well, bye.
straight out of Tombstone, the movie.
That's right.
But even cheesier.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah.
It was,
go ahead. Excuse me.
Aphid Lift must have a huge costume closet for all his wardrobe changes.
He has fun.
I just put effort in it.
He looks a lot more like Wyatt Earp than that Russian guy. That's great. You've done well, sir, Mr. Earp.
I was gonna do Aphid Lip the Kid. At first, I was gonna do Aphid Lip of Marlboro, but I realized after doing my research that was just something that my grandpa said to my cousin when he caught him smoking Marlboros.
You're nothing at all
he called him the Duke of Marlboro, but
you're nothing at all like Trotsky anymore. I'm telling you, you're making great progress.
Well, I got this in Amish country last weekend.
Amish country.
You put spurs on those Van sneakers there, boy?
Yeah, the Vans don't go with the cowboy hat, do they?
It was Topple that said he liked the Tombstone so much, and I did want you to know, Topple, that I bought Tombstone, and Tombstone, and you can buy it digitally without buying the disc, and so I've got it, from Amazon, forever. And I think I've watched it 3 times in the last week. We talked about how great the Val Kilmer, version of Doc Holliday was.
Yeah,
that is just amazing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's flipping the, I won't grab a cup because I'll drop it. But the guy does the spinning of the pistol, and then he's flipping around his little whiskey cup. That was gold.
So many great one-liners too. When Ringo, at the woods at the very end, just saying, that I was just kidding around or something like that, and Kilmer says I wasn't. He's like, oh, you're in trouble now, buddy. Yeah, man. Boy, I tell you what, Aphid Lip Earp is convincing. That is great. I'm looking over there. It's like, God dang, man.
You know who he looks like? Charlie Daniels.
A little bit, yeah, he does. It's a good look.
Who was the racist cowboy singer? What was that guy's name?
Wasn't Charlie Daniels.
David Allen Coe. Was that his name? David Allen Coe?
You would know, dude. I don't know.
I don't know. You talking about the guy who hunts with the bow and arrow?
No. This guy had some full on white pride songs.
Oh, I don't know. Shit, I don't
I
know.
think it's David Allan Coe.
I never sought that stuff out. Never.
Where's your pride?
Where's your pride, boy? Where's your pride, boy?
What does the word based mean? If somebody describes a person as based, what am I missing there? I don't get it.
It's they're dead on set on doing what they're gonna do. You know, we had the based stick man in the United States, and of course
Oh,
we've
yeah.
talked with based Welshman about how
Okay.
that is a takeoff on based stick man.
All right.
I know in the
Ready-
80s
ready
rap
to-
songs, they called cokeheads bass heads.
Baseheads, yeah. Attack of the Baseheads. I think that was an album by maybe Public Enemy or something. I can't
Yeah.
remember who.
Well,
But hey, look who it is.
Hello.
Sorry, I didn't want to
How is everybody?
good night.
Clean shaven.
Who's that young man?
Right.
That's a man who has never freebased in his life. I'm telling you.
What happened to all the facial hair?
I cut it all off like
All
an
right,
hour
yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Where's your older brother, Biscuit? I mean, oh, you are.
I killed him.
I know. I had that happen once where a barber turned me around. I had really long hair up until around, about 1981 or so. And I went into a barber shop, and the guy turned me around. I said, I want a haircut. Normally I went to stylist, and they would just touch it up, and it would be okay. And that mother effer, cut off about, half a foot of hair. and I was sort of angry. And then I said, shit, I should have done it a long time ago anyway.
I was starting to look like a hobo, so I thought we're going to get it off.
When I went back to work, one of my coworkers said, "Well, where's your older brother?" I was like, "Yeah."
I'm going to answer Amy briefly. I had heard and seen videos of this guy, and he looks some pretty tough shape from that surgery.
I watched PewDiePie did a react to the guy who turned his Korean.
Yeah,
he was trying to be what's the word? Not
Korean?
woke. But no. PewDiePie was trying to be civil, but he couldn't stop laughing.
we had something like that go on a day or two ago.
Oh yes, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
One of the most hilarious,
Damn.
hours that I've ever spent. It's unbelievable.
I
Did you see that,
was gipping all evening, all night after that.
We're
What?
talking about there, Aphid Lipper?
About what?
The show, the
Trigger warning.
yeah.
Oh, last night or yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
A day or two. Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm going to be honest. I muted the microphone for a lot of the audio.
It was disgusting.
Oh, yeah. You almost
I
had.
muted the
It was.
yeah.
Let us act it out.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
my
low.
God.
We need some
Uh-oh.
some lube so you can go like that.
Ruining the show for Steve. I'm sorry, Smoke.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care now.
No.
Hey, all we're doing is clapping. We didn't play the actual.
Oh God, my God!
Oh man.
I mean, that to record it is just
Twisted.
It's mental. Yeah, it's a mental illness to do that.
Why would
Well,
you?
was Hayden hiding in the room and record it with his phone? I couldn't figure out what was going on.
How did you know that, Aphid Lipper?
Oh.
Wasn't the sound clips given to him by someone called Felix?
No, Aphid Lipper. It was the guy did it. The guy did
monkey.
it and then put it out there on the internet.
Yeah, I assume she put it out there for some
The old
know.
he. Yeah.
Oh.
because
Like-
she's an attention
Yeah.
getter.
Yeah. It's attention
You
getter.
guys ever come into contact with those types? I never do. We're great once in a while.
I do have an old oil truck driving story where I actually mentioned on the sidebar in one of the trigger warning shows where a person that looked like a woman, but a very, very large woman, attracted my attention. And I'm the oil truck driver going up and down this industrial road, and I thought that I was looking at a female. And I actually, the way, they gave me the signals of interest, and I pull this friggin', oil truck that's, loaded up with about, 12, 13,000 gallons of fuels, and asked him out on a date, a daytime date. And we went and had coffee. And as we were having coffee, it was sort of unfolded. The whole person unfolded in front of me, sitting in front of me. And I diplomatically handled it. I didn't act like a jerk to them, but I lost interest. I said, this is not a woman. And, and at that point, it's like, okay, I get it. I get what they're doing. And then, that was it. Took them back to where, they were, located, and that was that. But
did it hurt?
Yes. There was no pain involved. There was no penetration involved. There were no intimacies involved. It was just an unfolding of realization, and it was strange as hell, man. I mean, I were not a sophisticated man back when I was a tradesman, but I was nobody's fool either. And I mean, it only took me about half an hour to figure out, the deal. And so yeah, I mean, answering someone, I forget which of you
I asked.
yeah, it answers your question. Yeah, it happens. People get into that.
Never happened to me.
George, did you happen to forget your glasses that day?
I forgot my common sense. Yeah, probably. Yeah, forgot something.
I hear you.
Took you half an hour.
I mean, to all intents and purposes, it looked like it was a woman.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
And,
I know.
There are some convincing ones, especially in is it Taiwan?
I mean,
Or is it Vietnam?
No, the Philippines.
Oh,
right?
The Philippines, that's it, yeah.
In Thailand.
Thailand as well, yeah.
Lady boys are, yeah.
From what I heard, secondhand information.
Never been to
of course.
Thailand, but that's what I heard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at old fucking aphid lip playing up that look, man. I tell you what.
Oh, by the way, this is the last 2 weeks ago when I was on the show. I told you a tree just fell down. This is what's left of it. It's still connected about 20 feet up. I got to chop it down this weekend, but
yeah.
I thought you guys could see how big of a tree it was.
I'm sure you got a good.
Was it Hurricane
I got
Elsa?
3 of them. So what's that?
Was it Hurricane Elsa?
Man, it was some. I bet it was close to 100 mile an hour wind.
Oh,
Sure.
Elsa's coming.
Elsa's coming. It hasn't been.
Right.
No, it was Anna. Elsa comes next.
We might get our butts kicked here.
Only us with kids know that joke.
I'm looking at.
Let it go, Steve. Let it go.
There you go.
Was it Fred? Was it Fred or something? One before, being the F.
Windy
That'd be D,
TY.
wouldn't it?
I think it's
Did
boys. Is it boys and then girls?
Are they
Something
still
like
on
that?
this? Yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
No, the names of the
Right.
storms.
Work it out. Yeah.
How do they name the storms? That's what we're trying to figure out.
I know that it's in alphabetical order, isn't it?
Yeah. It
More or
comes
less,
out,
yeah.
It comes out by the weather. The Weather Service every year, and they go by that.
Was it Dean, the last one?
Don't know.
Don't know. I know that Elsa's headed for Florida, but windyty.com is one, international weather service, and then Vintusky.com is another international weather service, and they're not modeling the same. And the models that show I forget what they're called, that they're also showing it. A few of them show it going out to the east of Florida, but most of the spaghetti models show it going to the west of Florida. And then, of course, in the cone of possibilities, Florida's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, the producer wants us to move on from that topic.
Which topic?
Oh, we're actually not on that topic anymore.
No,
We're on hurricanes.
Elsa or
We did move on. But we should not return to it. You're good. You're good.
let us not return to that topic.
Right.
Yeah, I might have to move in because it is close to the 4th, and it's going to get bumping here shortly, I'm sure.
Was that a firework I heard?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a quarter stick of dynamite. We could crank things up a bit if you guys want.
Well,
No,
in one form or in multiple little pieces?
No, it's one.
Oh, baby. That's a big boy.
I'll go get it.
oh,
Dude,
boy.
careful. We don't want to. This could wind up on the old.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
I probably won't you because I want to stuff it in a watermelon. I think that would be a little more interesting.
Or a guitar. Do you have an old guitar? I'll tell you, nothing.
Yeah, I
blows
do.
up.
I actually do have an old guitar.
Careful though.
Well, they're
that's
actually they're electronic. I do got a banjo, an old banjo. Maybe we can
Acoustic
put that
You'll have to
guitar.
save it for next
No,
holiday.
no.
It'll be a hell of a firework.
in. Yeah.
If you put one inside an acoustic guitar and just leave the fuse out and tape it up, tape up the sound hole, man, those babies go crazy. But the shrapnel is dangerous. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Blew up a couple guitars.
We were allowed as children to play with cherry bombs and M80s. It was just
How
amazing.
close is a stick of dynamite to a hand grenade? Is it about the same?
What? M80 or cherry bomb?
A quarter stick of dynamite.
No, a full stick of dynamite. Is it about the same as a grenade?
Much more. Much
Is it?
more. Yes.
But
Grenade
obviously,
is
grenades have got fragmentation bits of metal that make it worse, haven't they?
correct. If somebody created a stick of dynamite with encasement of like thin lead around it, that shit would be deadly, dude.
Say like those sticky bits of lead that you put on your rim of your wheels to balance them.
Exactly.
Like fully cover it with that.
And then again, there's always the claymore for the dedicated.
Right. But let's not forget, somebody figured out not long ago that you could use, well, probably long ago, but at the Boston Marathon, a pressure cooker with just some basic, simple,
Yeah, those
explosive, even over-the-counter shit. If you could get it at a high enough pressure, if
Would
obviously-
dynamite work in a vacuum?
Dynamite will. Well, wait.
Does
The
it have
lack
enough-
The lack of air, I don't know about that. It depends on the fuse if the air would put it up.
But I think it needs
depends
oxygen.
if there's a oxidizer in the fuse.
Right, exactly. Or in the dynamite. I think it needs oxygen.
All right. Here it
I
is.
don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a big
Oh,
boy.
no. Is that big?
Did you put
Yeah.
a paper wrap round it, or is that how it comes?
Yeah.
Well, we know a guy that makes these for us. So.
Yeah, it almost
got-
it
looks like-
basically looks like a joke firecracker.
Yeah,
It's
don't-
so
It does.
Yeah.
It ain't-
Don't light that while it's
Trust
in
me,
the
this is
wormhole
no
there.
joke.
Cartoon.
No joke. Yeah, it's got like glue on the top and bottom.
Ooh, oh my
you could
God.
probably toss it into a lake lit and it would fucking blast.
It probably would.
Let's go fishing.
I mean, it'll. If you get it too close to the house, it might break your windows. It's
You're
that
gonna go ahead
loud.
and blow it. You're gonna go ahead and light it. You know, on.
You're going to ruin a watermelon.
Probably, yeah, I will. Probably, I mean, yeah. Sometime over the weekend, we'll probably.
No,
light
do
it.
it now. Do it.
Hey, dude, will you film it and then play it next week on the
Sure,
pod?
sure.
All
I'll
right,
do it.
all right, good man.
There we go.
Yeah, we've done a couple of watermelons with ones like this before. That's pretty.
I don't think YouTube's got a problem with showing explosions, have they? As long as there's no harm.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't do too many of them, they'll let you get away with one or two. You know. Who was that guy? FPS Russia. You guys must know him.
I know them.
Yeah, he got canceled. And his shit was amazing, but he was shooting like M60s at giant blocks of thermite inside camper trucks, fucking shrapnel flying in all directions. I mean, it's just the craziest videos. man.
Did he have an M60 registered to him?
Maybe I'm making that up, but he had a lot of automatic weapons.
Yeah, he had some
full on-
serious
that's a
shit.
full on-
going on.
Demolition Ranch fired a tank round at a safe.
way back in '85 when I was in, my Army basic training. I, all basic trainees threw 2 grenades, and we threw them at specific, rigid mounted metal targets, and I was able to do real well, and had a good time there. They big old explosions. That's all explodey.
Yeah, thinking back, George, I watched all of his videos, dude. I do think he had an M60.
It's possible.
Man, that dude had everything.
That's what I'm saying.
You pays your money, you goes through the steps, and yeah, you can have just about any kind of automatic weapon.
I think he had a class 3, so he could buy full auto, the high caliber stuff.
It is very possible.
I mean, he had like the like cannon looking stuff.
Who was it? Who was this?
FPS Russia was his name.
It's this guy. I think it was he in North Carolina? I think.
Yeah, he's a kid from North Carolina
and he acted like he was Russian.
Yeah, he'd have automatic shotguns in each hand. He'd be like, "Let's see what these shotguns can do to these
I am Russian. I shoot the machine guns."
Yeah.
I think he started out. He was like played Call of Duty or something. So that's why FPS was like first person shooter or something.
Some people get captured by the whole phenomenon. That's for
sure. He acted like he was Russian on like playing games, and the persona just came over.
Got totally canceled though.
I don't think it was. There was some reason why he got put in jail though. I don't know if it was because of the weapons. In jail? Yeah, he was in jail for it was like a year, I think.
Ooh, that's a long time. That's not good.
Let's bring in Mr. Jello Pudding Pop.
Hey, can you tell us that story about your wife that you were alluding to?
Was it me?
Oh.
I can tell you stories about 4 different wives.
I don't got my glasses.
Would you like to know about the first country hick wife or the second crazy military wife? I can tell you about the 3rd opioid wife or the 4th Filipino wife. Which would you like?
It's a wife buffet.
It's a wife buffet. I surely did dine at that table very often.
Hey, look who it is. It's Mr. Puddin' Topple. What's up, buddy?
I'm not Topple. I'm Puddin' Pop.
Puddin' Pop, sorry.
I was going to put that in that thread. Puddin' special Puddin' Pops.
Hey, Topple, Pop. Puddin' Pop, sorry. I heard you're a big defender of Mr. Puddin' Pop himself, Cliff Huxtable.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't know. Was it really rape? Don't know.
Who was it a couple weeks ago that didn't understand Topple's sense of humor and thought he was being serious? Somebody was.
Smokesteve's wife.
Maybe it was.
No, I don't know.
Keep talking. I want to hear.
She did find it funny how you thought that I became like when she supposedly wasn't on, I became more pro-Trump. Dude, I don't know when she's on and not on.
Just stirring that pot.
No, she's upstairs. Like she could be on, she could not be on. She's probably hearing this, but
who doesn't understand my sense of humor?
Somebody was in here like 2 weeks ago, and you said something, and they were like, "It might have been biscuit face." I don't know. Somebody was like, "Are you serious? That's how you feel?" And you were just totally joking about something. I can't remember what it was.
Probably. It was probably me. I'm usually the person that disagrees with everyone on this party.
Oh, you make some great points.
Nah, AFED's with you on a lot of stuff politically.
Yeah, I mean,
COVID.
But Biscuit, you may be liberal, but you do have a good level of common sense. Like some shit, you'll be like, yeah, he has to die if it's an evil person. You're not like some liberal who's like
disturbing how smart he is. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Biscuit babes.
He's not blindly liberal, which is as bad as blindly conservative.
He's
I
just
hate that
Trump
shit.
hater. He hates that Trump.
Oh, I mean,
Biscuit, you a big fan of Bill Cosby?
Hell yeah, he is. Yeah.
Why not?
Because
he was funny. Whoa.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
he funny?
yeah, it was funny. I liked him before I found out he was a rapist, and I still, not admire, but I still enjoyed his entertainment that he did
His
back when I
comedy
was
shows.
younger. Yeah.
I couldn't swear 100%, but I'm almost sure that in St. Louis around 2004, maybe 2005, I think it was 2004, I was at a Kiwanis International convention, and he was the keynote. He was the key speaker, and he was funny as hell. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I mean, but I'm not going to, it's not like it's any big deal if it's right or wrong, but
Did you party with him?
Did you take any pills up in his hotel room by any chance?
Were you? Did you have
Did
some?
Did it remind you of that
Look at
date that
you
you went on
guys.
that you're telling
Did you have
us
some
about?
you're like,
soreness? Have some
You're
soreness
on
back
me.
there when
I
the
can't
evening
take
was
it.
over?
I can't take it. You guys are too much.
Did you wake up with a wig?
Is this back when you had
Hey,
long hair?
I got a good
I
news
was-
phone call today, by the way.
I was heavy on the opioids back then, and I think it was a Radisson. And I swear to God, that the bed that I was sleeping in was so good that I missed a whole day's worth of seminar, Kiwanis seminars, and I was just sleeping like a friggin' baby, and loving it, and having it paid for by the Kiwanis boys back here in old New Smyrna Beach. So, but
that one main chick that accused him, she is kind of manly looking.
She is.
Andrea,
Did she look manly back in the day?
it's
I
bizarre
don't
that
know.
he was that the judgment was vacated. That's bizarre. I mean, but
Oh, I thought it was
hell,
right. I
he's
thought it
just
had
an
been.
old blind dude. At this point,
There needs to be some fixes to our system.
what the hell?
I mean, he admitted to it, so there's like 60 women that accused him, and he admitted that he did drug women to have sex with them. So.
Yeah,
He admitted it after he was told he would not be.
I understand, but I mean,
He was
he
forced.
still did it. So I mean, what are we more concerned about the process or the what right that could possibly come out of putting him in jail for the crimes he committed?
See, this is where we swap positions, and you're the conservative and I'm the liberal. The process is very important. It's called due process, and it is very important.
I agree. I said there's two sides of the coin. I understand,
Yeah.
but there's just got to be a better way, like a level of something or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
The prosecution had no business prosecuting him for statements he made that they said, he could not be prosecuted for.
I mean, I agree totally with you, but it's still not fair to the women.
Of course,
circular. What did you say? They didn't prosecute him because he couldn't be prosecuted for what?
One prosecutor said, I don't remember the exact details, but they said something like, you can't be prosecuted for anything you say in this civil trial. And then
But you can. That's the whole thing.
Oh, they
You can-
violated it.
Anything you say can be used as evidence, surely.
No, not this is a civil trial. But
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay.
They made a deal and then they violated.
That's
and
right.
then
That's
they
exactly
violated it.
right.
Well, the one left office, and the next one come in and said, "I was that guy. I'm not agreeing to that." And
Well, then, yeah, that's sort of.
Supreme Court said, and they also said, not only is he released, they released him with I think what's called prejudice. He cannot be retried.
No.
Wow. And he's what, 84, 83?
Yep.
Well,
I can't see him being a threat anymore. Anyway,
Well,
not that
no,
age.
but is that relevant?
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
still,
it is relevant.
Oh,
Because
that's good.
if it was younger, of course it's relevant.
If that was your daughter, how would you feel?
Right.
Justice is not just about
Now that
preventing
changes
future
everything.
crimes.
Well, no, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if he was younger and he was still a threat, he'd need to be, and he was let off without possibility of going back for another trial.
cup of tea is.
Then it would have been more dangerous. I'm not saying that he should. I'm not saying that he should be let off
He's
without.
passionate.
Yeah,
Look out.
No, you're
I'm
right.
just saying it would have been
Passion in
worse
the air.
if he was younger.
You are a Bill Cosby fan.
Yes.
I
I
admire
am
that.
not a Bill Cosby fan.
You just, you are. You saying he's no threat? He should.
No, I'm saying it would be worse if he was younger because he could reoffend.
You think rapists should get the death penalty? How you feel about the death penalty, should I say?
I think it depends on the rape, because some rapes are not as bad as
How about
others.
61?
Who
What,
was the,
61 rapes?
who was
Yeah.
it? Mohammed Thide. Mohammed Thide.
Whereas if
Couple-
it
you
was,
know.
say, you was having sex with your partner and they said that it was not, they didn't consent to it, that's a different level of rape, I think.
Well, like I said
Yeah.
on Twitter, the girls didn't say no. So
You okay, Steve?
Well, what if he didn't drug him?
He's seeing
and
red
they
there.
fought,
That's-
they fought with
I
him
see
the
all
whole time.
sorts of
Would that
colors.
make a difference?
Good job, sir.
You know,
Well, yes.
if they fought
Yes.
back the whole time and,
It would make a
and there was a
difference.
struggle.
That would make a difference then, yes.
It's just as bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think so
It
too.
is. It's just as bad.
Well, some people I've heard espouse the same things about Harvey Weinstein.
who's that?
The Hollywood producer.
I
That's
know,
a little.
I know.
That's a little different, I think.
What?
What?
It's rape.
Yeah, but I don't know if they said. I don't know if they said no as so much as they
Kirby-
just felt
Kirby-
like.
No.
uh,
They were
Kirby
forcing
Weinstein.
them.
Was he forcing him?
Well,
Oh,
you
he
know,
was,
was
he
Nathan
was
in this
you're
case.
not working for me if you don't go down on me, kind of stuff.
Well, I know, but I mean, is that forcing?
No, that is coercion, but I don't think it's.
He's one of them-
You still.
He's one of them creepier fat fucks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What the hell's the matter with you, Cypher? This either get in the conversation or not.
I'm trying.
Yeah, he's
trying. I want a cup of tea to get on here. He's talking about Muhammad and his thighing of Alicia. I know about that. And the flying horse. And hey, come on, man. Come on. Let's go.
So, what I'm thinking with that Harvey Weinstein thing is how
Snorting now.
how can you quantify charging? What is the charge? Let me get that out. What should he be charged with?
Yeah, I don't know.
High
I mean,
perversion. High perversion.
well, there's two sides to this, and I'm not trying to defend Harvey Weinstein, but if he pressures some actress to have sex with him, I don't think that's right. But on the other hand, the actress is also using Harvey Weinstein
Did you
to
see that?
Right.
pudding pie?
advance her
I
career.
think maybe it's the problem that there's not another category that's not rape, but it's like half as bad.
You
Yeah.
scratch my back, I scratch your back,
Just,
kind of deal.
just putting the tip in,
Yeah,
not the whole.
it's like
thing.
you want this
That's
from
the
me.
rape.
You want
Don't-
this from me, but I want that from you.
Don't
if you
mess
don't
with the
do it,
shaft.
you can
Stop.
jog
Don't-
on. That's
think
what he
if you
basically
look-
did, isn't it?
Right. That's
You
right.
think if he looked like Brad Pitt or George Clooney type guy that he would be in as much shit as he is?
I do
No,
not
because the girls would have been fully ready and up for it.
exactly. There would have been no coercion at all.
Now, I don't necessarily think that is
You got,
just a
yeah,
question.
you got to watch out for the Blasey Ford types, that tried to set up and completely character assassinate. Which judge was it?
Clarence Thomas.
No, that
I'll tell you what.
Oh,
The
yeah,
answer to all.
Anita Hill.
The answer to all this
Kavanaugh.
is
Yeah, that was
what,
Anita
what,
Hill.
was it last dance who said due process? It just needs to
haven't
be
known
talked
that.
out in court and figured out by a judge, and that's it.
That's right. The old poo process.
So on that subject, transferring over to a different type of guy, Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse, is he going to get due process in his murder trial when he got attacked by a skateboarder and with the skateboard?
He will eventually. He may get a bad first trial, but he'll eventually get due process.
So George, you're calling for guilty, but on appeal, possibly.
No, I'm calling for not guilty, but,
I mean
he'll
your
probably
prediction.
be. Yeah, I'm predicting that he'll be treated unfairly at first, and that as it goes up to the higher levels of true justice, he'll be recognized as being innocent of murder.
Interesting.
I don't think it works that way. If the jury finds him guilty, the only way a higher court's not going to overturn that decision unless they throw the charges out, entirely. And
Or
You
is
ain't
it-
you
or-
ain't no
or on a-
attorney last dance.
Or on a
That just
proceed-
ain't
of
true.
course,
we're
That
not
ain't
ever-
true. That's not true.
procedure, though. It can get turned on a procedure, but usually if they get everything proper, it doesn't get turned unless there's a preponderance of new evidence.
Correct.
Now, the thing is, with this, all the evidence is there. We all have seen it.
Right.
It's going to be hard to find a jury who is unbiased in this one.
What's he going down for? Is it first degree?
Oh, I got it.
I don't think it's first degree. It can't be first degree.
Well, there was a
I
gun
mean-
charge, and I believe that will be dismissed if it isn't dropped entirely.
Yeah.
I think that will get
Well, you
dismissed. and
slid
if
that Rittenhouse issue right on in there, didn't you? But that's good.
Right in there.
Well,
fine
I'll
with
bring
it,
this
you know,
up again. I've got some good news on a phone call today.
Oh, wait a second. Who's missing? Where did Topple go?
You're going to get the stomach staple?
He was mid taking a cigarette.
Yes,
smoke,
you are.
so-
You are right. You are right in what you are saying. I got a phone call about my operation today,
Yay, I'm so happy.
and what they're doing is they're giving me a band first to make it safe.
Life
It's
changing.
safer than the bypass, and I'm getting it done in 7 months.
I'm getting my head transplant soon. Yes, and
Oh, good.
Well, good for you, Biscuit. I hope it gets.
yes,
like
that's great news. I could tell right away. I've never seen
Congratulations.
you excited like that, Biscuit, and you're wanting to share an announcement. So yeah,
Good man. Now, it's going to take work on your part as well. Like, you have to fight some urges, right?
In the next 7 months, I'm going to try and lose weight because obviously it'll make the operation safer.
Are they demanding that and requiring it?
No, it's not a requirement, but obviously the more weight I can lose before the operation, the better.
If Al Sharpton can turn from a very, very overweight man into a streamlined man, you can certainly do the same because I'm sure you've got 10 times the character of Al Sharpton. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and changing your habits beforehand will make it easier because after you have to, because you can't physically eat.
I'm having trouble with habits. Fuck.
Make it easier for you to build up to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Cut out a little bit here, a little bit there.
I'm blaming it on Aphid Lipper, that bastard.
Sorry about that.
I'm just.
So, what's your timeline, Biscuit? When's you got a schedule?
7 months.
7 months.
When they give me a band, and then if I lose enough weight with the band, that'll be the end of it. If I don't, they'll be upgrading it to a bypass.
So you're looking at early to mid-February 2022?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Man. It's great, man.
So I'll hopefully be getting skinnier for summer next year.
Yeah. Cool. Good for you.
Good deal.
And I might actually be able to join my daughter who's away on holiday right now.
Cool.
You
Maybe
get the
get
house to
down-
yourself?
Get that pool
Again?
when you're weighted for the ladder.
I asked you if you had the house to yourself right now.
Yeah. She's gone for a week to Coast with grandparents.
Nice.
Yeah. Which coast?
It's called Scarborough.
Scarborough.
You ordering up any
Scarborough
horse?
Fair. That's an old.
Where the fair
Say again?
was?
You got some horse
That's
coming over?
The old Scarborough Fair.
No.
So-
I'm using the time to get my house sorted, and I'm going to also use the time to go out on a nice bike ride down by the river.
Sweet.
Mechanized bike.
E-bike, yeah.
Bring a fishing pole. Now, I didn't touch anything. Topple X'd himself out, so when he's ready to come on back, Topple.
Yeah. Okay.
Topple
I have
Roost.
got all my fishing gear into the back room, but I haven't been fishing for like 3 years.
Dude, I
I'm sick of
grabbed some
buying
worms.
license.
Grabbed
the
some
license.
worms.
No, I've
license.
got Fishing Wars, and I use maggots if I use anything else.
Maggots. Those maggots.
Maggots are good.
A lot of
Worms are
maggots
good.
in the world.
There is.
Lots of maggots out there. Good fishing bait, them maggots.
You must have carp, right? And the Manchester.
No,
Roach.
I normally catch roach, perch,
Yeah.
gudgeon.
Roach. What? Roach?
Roach.
Yeah, roach.
Cockroach?
You can catch those with some food in the corner of your plate.
Roach are like a
All you need is
silver,
a flashlight.
like a silvery, slender fish with orange fins.
Yeah. You know why Italians wear pointed shoes?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, please don't.
To kill the cockroaches in the corner. Sorry.
I've heard that said about other nationalities too.
Yeah, I thought that was cowboys and truckers.
Yeah.
I think you can apply the joke to anything, anybody.
It's a generic joke.
Looks like Cup of Tea is having some bizarre fantasies while we're.
Oh, no,
I don't know, the chat slowed down. I mean, if
Yeah.
these guys are in the UK, it's 125, right?
Right.
Biscuit.
yeah,
It's 25 plus 1.
Cup of tea. Yeah,
Cup of Tea has no excuse not to come in here. He's here every week.
I mean, and we told you, Cup of Tea, that you don't have to show your face.
I'll be gentle, I promise.
Just get your voice on. You can kick the shit out of Aphid Lip every time you interact with him. I'll enjoy it.
Why Cup of Tea? Why
Why?
don't Italian women wear no
Why?
To keep the flies off the food.
Drum
There
roll.
you go. Yeah,
What do you call a nun with a washing machine on her head?
There you go.
I don't know.
Systematic.
What?
Systematic.
It's just systematic.
I don't think that translates too well.
Okay, well, I mean,
don't really know what
it was
that
a good
is.
effort, sir.
Tough crowd.
It's a good
Tough
effort.
crowd.
Tough crowd.
It's a British joke.
Oh man, I've been on.
Well,
on
here's a sick joke for you. What does Santa Claus and Michael Jackson have in common?
uh-oh, here we go.
What?
Let me guess this. When one of them comes down your chimney once a year, you're really happy, but the other one, you're not so happy. I don't know. What do you got? Give me some.
No, they both leave little boys' bedrooms with empty sacks.
Oh,
man. There's a strike from YouTube if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
why is that show no good?
I have no
Bueno.
idea. I have
That
no
was good.
That's just an 18 joke. That's not bad.
I have a
Who
priest
knows?
altar boy joke, but if it's going to get us canceled,
I
but
don't
it is a
think so.
pub here. We're adults. It's a pub. So
I think it's fine, but you never know these days.
why do altar boys have their hair parted in the middle?
Why?
Oh, good job, Billy. Good job.
Oh.
That's terrible.
The visual made that joke so much better.
I had to because in the seated position it wouldn't really work. I had to
No.
rise up, levitate,
Rise up.
Yeah.
Michael
And
Jackson
I
would have got
felt like fucking Bruce Lee too. It was so fast. You guys were like, "Wow, he's standing." That guy is amazing.
Michael Jackson would have got away with it if those two boys didn't finger him.
Not bad, not bad. Well played.
Woo!
I wouldn't say beat it with jokes like that.
Well, he did get away with it.
More than that. Yeah.
I mean, no one was suspicious. This guy lived in like a giant child's fucking like resort playground area with rides. Like, oh, that's just Michael Jackson. He's a little eccentric. That's all.
Right, not
My
Tito at
daughter, the
all.
little chick. My daughter yesterday, before she went off on holiday, she pulled a right prank on me. She goes, "Dad, there's a bee in the house. It's leaving the house now." She runs outside the house with a fucking piece of paper with a fucking bee on it.
I like it. That's a good one. She picked that up from her friends, probably. Somewhere.
Apparently, a sports teacher did it to him.
That's pretty good. I like
these
it.
jokes coming at me so hard and fast that I can't think of my own joke. I know a lot of jokes.
That would be a good one for Sesame Street.
Of course, I'm lit up pretty good too, so I'm sort of inebriated.
We couldn't tell.
George, what do you
Oh,
have tonight?
man.
Some Tang and vodka?
The old Crystal Light and vodka.
Crystal Light. Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, too much of it. I'm into the new semester, and I'm gonna have to really bear down on a whole bunch of friggin' academic work tomorrow and Sunday. The deadlines on all of this academic stuff is Sunday at midnight. When you're doing online work, Sunday at midnight, and I've been just the schlepping down. So I'm schlepping down the vodka way too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Larry and Creature. I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, when I make drinks, I really try to measure the shots, because when I don't, you think you're counting, you're like, yeah, that's a couple. How the hell do you know how many shots you just, so that's like one of my like little guardian things. Okay, there's 2 shots, that's it.
Okay.
And then
This
I'm like,
guy's begging like crazy, so I'm gonna go off camera. For
who's
about,
that?
that's Beast. Tiger's over there about 6 feet away, but
Right.
this guy begs. He communicates his desire to please feed me, please.
Right.
Oh, whew. Okay. See you in a minute.
All right.
Later.
Yep, later.
Larry and Creature, good to have you, buddy. Who's your creature? Wife? Pet? Alter ego? Who knows?
I'm betting a doggy.
Doggy? I mean, I can never see shit of what.
Those icons are too small. I can't read them.
Oh, it's a painting.
Oh.
I think it's a painting. Maybe there's a sword. Could be on a cell phone. I don't know. Yeah, I can't see anything.
Yeah, it's a dude on a cell phone.
It's a picture of a tree with love.
No, it was a
scratched out.
guy on a cell phone, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on a
Thanks.
cell phone as well.
Mr. Huxtable,
Pudding
back in the
Pop.
house. Combustible Huxtable. That was one episode from the Cosby Show. Combustible Huxtable. He ran track. That was his name as a track star, because he would, in the last like 50 meters, he'd pick it up. Combustible Huxtable. Yeah, I remember that. I love that show, man.
Topple, you said you didn't drink last week because I watched that episode, and it looks like you got some kind of cocktail.
Smokesteve made me drink.
Oh.
We drove you to drink with our bullshit commentary. You eventually, the kids were yelling in the background. We were bitching at you. You were like, fuck it, I'm drinking. I can't handle the stress.
No, I didn't see the rest of the show. I just saw.
I was
Once-
late for my
once Topple-
girlfriend's house.
Yeah. Once Topple got on, I kind of lost interest.
Really?
happens.
Because Topple gave some pretty insightful information, which I'm not going to repeat, about certain people.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah? Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
hey, Charlotte on the piano. How are you?
Oh, Charlotte's here. Excellent.
Come on, Charlotte. You've been on before with that amazing accent of yours. Charlotte on the piano up at, what is it, 1:30? 12:30? 1:30.
1:30.
Loving it.
In
Charlotte's probably playing like maybe. Let me think of something dramatic. Who would she be? November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
piano
Jesus.
song.
Did you just say that's a good one?
Oh yeah, great guitar solo. I mean, I know Axel's cheesing it up humongously, but I really like Slash's playing. So, yeah, I know. Do you hate GNR or that tune?
No, I wasn't. I'm
It's too mainstream for him.
Yeah, that's true.
You only listen to Sonic Youth.
No, I thought they were extremely overrated.
Oh,
Guns N'
God.
Roses?
You've never heard of it.
No, not Guns N' Roses. I actually admire Guns N' Roses
Oh.
than Sonic Youth. Sonic Youth, I thought was the only person that's more overrated than Sonic Youth is who's the boss? What's that guy's name?
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen. That guy sucks, and people just think he's like the best ever.
Dude, people were paying like $5,000 a ticket to see him talk on stage in fucking Broadway and do a few tunes. It's
Yeah,
insane.
He used to put on 4-hour concerts, so it was a good ticket back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Elton John now. His tickets are retailing for over $2,000 or $3,000 for his final last tour.
He's
right.
gonna die soon, so
The puff pastry tour. I don't know what you're gonna call the guy at this point, but he's terrible. I mean, he was great, but
I seen him with Billy Joel.
Oh, you saw that tour?
I saw that to where I got in Philadelphia. They did 2 shows. I only went to the one.
Well, that's good. You knocked out 2 mediocre legends in one
Mediocre?
shot.
Billy Joel is not. Oh,
I kind
come
of like
on.
Billy. I kind of like Billy Joel, to be honest.
Dude, every song sounds like a show tune.
Well, yeah, that's true. that Under Pressure, when I was a kid, that was like one of my favorite songs.
Under Pressure, that's not Billy Joel.
I like
That's-
Piano Man.
That's
No. Well, the
Oh.
song I'm talking about is Billy Joel. Pressure. Maybe it's called Pressure. Then.
okay. Yeah, because Under Pressure is by, of course, David Bowie and Freddie Mercury.
No. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I think maybe it's just called Pressure. It was
Okay.
like back in that time though, like the mid '80s, probably early '80s.
Are you
Yeah, I
thinking of
remember that.
Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby? Because it's the same bass
Boom,
line.
boom, boom, boom.
No. Oh, I saw something funny last night. I was cooking and the Wheel of Fortune was on, and this chick had like almost every letter to the thing. Wait a minute. Who's playing music?
Otis Redding.
I can't finish my.
Hello?
I can't.
Yeah. What happened?
So anyway, so she had, except for the last word, and she goes, Under Pressure by Queen and David, and then she paused for like 15 seconds, and she goes, Louis. I almost taped it because it was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Did you ever
Queen
see-
and David Louis.
Did you ever see the guys who lost $1 million on that? He said it was the answer properly stated would have been Achilles' last stand, and he said Achilles' last stand, and he lost $1 million.
Oh my god!
And he was like, "Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine." Jesus,
Yeah.
you could tell the guy. I mean, that's it. Mortgage payment over.
Yeah, he had a nervous breakdown as
a
soon as he got off
retirement,
stage.
really huge bump on that. Imagine all the bills, your house, everything. Your life would be so much easier. This guy, fucking
This chicken,
Achilles.
she ended up won the whole thing. She got $45,000 at the end. But I was like, oh my! She lost $9,000 with David Louis. I thought that was.
Yikes.
I don't know if anybody else
Well,
thinks that's
she was-
funny,
she
but I
was
thought it
under
was
pressure.
hilarious.
That's pretty bad. It's almost like she was combining the song Louie Louie with David Bowie.
I don't know, man. There
what
was
the
no.
hell.
She didn't have the B, but she had almost every other letter.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, there's been a few where there was one. I can't remember what the right answer was, but the other thing that it could have been, the guy says, a group of pill poppers or something like that. He's like, Jesus, no, this is a family show. But the next person gets it. I can't remember what it actually, a group of pill pushers or something like that. Yeah, I gotta look that one up. That one.
I watched a game show earlier about it's like a truth game show, and they basically put you on a lie detector for like 25 questions or so, and you've got to like you get to change your answer during the show, and it's the game show host come on before and said this is the most uncomfortable I've ever been, and all the questions were like, have you had sex with somebody else while you've been married with your partner? And she goes, yeah. And her ex-boyfriend comes on and he asked the question, would you leave your husband for me again? And she said, yeah.
They're on a lie detector?
And he was sat there and he could not, there was a buzzer, you could press this buzzer to stop the question at any time. And her sister had already used it, so he couldn't stop the question. And she answered yes.
I would never go on that show.
Yeah.
That's a
All right,
divorce.
you guys gotta check this out, man. I gotta show you this. This one makes me fucking laugh every time. How do I do this again? Now that it's myself, I'm like freezing up here. All right, solo layout. All right. People, your time starts.
Put it up on the.
Pill pushers? Shit, did I screw that up?
Yeah, right when he said it, you took it off cam.
Oh, you said something, damn it!
I said it because you put it off cam. You had it. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Right. No.
No, up.
Up a bit.
There you go.
There it is.
We were talking. People, your time starts. A group of pill pushers? So what
It
is
fits, though. It fits.
it? It does. That's the thing.
The group of well-wishers.
Well wishers. That's it.
But it does fit. I mean, Pill Pushers works.
Pill Pushers works.
A group of pill pushers.
A group of well wishes. You
That's
gotta,
cute. Okay, it's cute.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cute.
it's me. All right, here we are.
Hey now.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So those chocolate covered espresso beans infused with THC, pretty damn strong. I gotta say. Feeling
Yeah,
it.
I may or may not have consumed a little chocolate square that was infused with something.
Oh man, dude, it's legal here. Oh man, it's crazy. I totally hammed open the package. It had like this really slick opening, and I was like going Gorilla Monsoon on this like sealed plastic bag because the opening was like in a different area. I'm like, this fucking thing, how's a cancer patient supposed to get this open? No.
Follow
And
the
I'm like,
directions.
oops, moron, it's right there. It was like, pop it, but I had this huge hole on the other side. I was like, fucking idiot, you know? Like,
Always use brute force.
yeah. It's total force. Yeah, I don't know why I went in that direction. I think I was stressed. I was like, I got 10 minutes till the show starts. God damn it, I need these. Hilarious.
You feeling them now?
Oh, yeah. Topple,
I got out cleverly. Are you feeling them now?
now Popple, I see what he's doing. He leaves his chair and he just leaves instead of shutting off. All right, that's cool. I can take that. So, Aphid Leper, you're going to get some videos of you taking the tree down and blowing up that giant stick of dynamite
Sure.
that you have. Possibly use the dynamite on
I was thinking the same thing.
That's a not bad idea.
You know, it's probably too soon, Aphid Lip, but it would be funny if you showed the dynamite going off and then put the picture of the condo collapse happening in Florida.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, way too soon.
Oh, did you guys hear about how much that cost to clean all that up?
Yeah.
An arm and a leg.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. That's
About
not even,
three.
I
About
heard they
300
found
of
a
them.
7-year-old girl of a fireman in there as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Wait,
really,
is that too soon?
Too soon.
yeah, I'd say so with,
Sorry.
no, but I mean, I don't
Sorry.
care. I haven't,
It's never too soon. Don't worry.
no, we have 6 sense of humor here.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you've ever
they still
seen,
say 9/11's too soon, don't they?
no,
Yeah,
if
you
you've ever seen Jeff Ross roast Charlie Sheen, the Charlie Sheen roast, the Jeff Ross segment,
Charlie.
he is absolutely hilarious. One of his jokes, he says, "Hey, look, it's Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. She is a real shining beauty, especially when Charlie is throwing a lamp at her."
Oh.
And that shit had happened like 6 months earlier, dude. It was brilliant. And the woman's like, "Oh God." Charlie's shaking his head, but the audience is like, "You win. You have roasted the." You know, that's like Don Rickles level of roasting right there.
That one guy was real good at those newer roast. He died of like an overdose. I can't think of his name.
well, that narrows it down.
Man, he was really good on those newer. I can't.
Was
think
it Jeff Ross? He's not dead, is
No. He's good too, but this guy I thought was even better. But it was on those more recent ones that Jeff Ross usually hosts.
he? Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah. God rest Carrot Top. I'm telling you.
He's not dead.
I know. I'm being-
You know who else was good? If you ever get a chance to look at the who's the little guy that used to do the gecko, or not the gecko, the duck commercials.
Oh,
Gilbert
Gordon.
Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah,
When he did Joan Rivers, that one is classic.
Gilbert Gottfried is just funny. Even if he just reads the news or the weather, it would be hilarious with his voice.
He's sort of come back from that debacle that he created for himself. You know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost the thing as the duck. That
He
was
lost the
$1 million.
Geico deal. Yeah.
Lost the
That
duck
was $1
deal.
million a year
Yeah.
salary. Ouch. I mean, you should be cradling that thing like it's a fucking
Yeah.
the goose that lays the golden egg. Don't fuck it up there, guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, jeez.
Oh,
He did.
well, at least he did a little better than the Subway guy. You know.
Oh, yeah, that guy bad.
I can't remember. I'm
Jared.
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 Happy pervy Jared.
See, whenever I went to Subway, I was never eating like Jared. I'm getting the fucking foot long, loaded with everything. You know,
Whenever I did, I got the same. Roast beefs, the Philly cheesesteaks.
I went for the BMT, which was just full of nitrates. Literally nitrates.
That's what I always get is the Italian BMT.
Yeah. Now, bonus question: what does BMT stand for?
What, BMT?
Bologna meat.
No.
Tomato? No.
It was the original ad campaign for it, and it means bigger, meatier, tastier.
Oh,
right.
You.
Yeah, it was old.
Knowledgeable young man.
Dude, I had to ask. I went on a run working in Saratoga.
Are the ingredients the same over there as they are over here?
Not Saratoga. I was working up in Lake Placid years and years ago, and there was a Subway, and that was like the spot to get food. I had to ask.
Crocodile was Lake Placid.
Yep.
Greg Giraldo. Before we get too far, that's who I was thinking of.
Okay, Greg Giraldo.
Oh yeah.
Died, huh? Sucks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's obscure. Thank you, though.
Yeah, Philly steak, Larry and Creature, great sandwich.
Right. You gotta give that pup a pet.
Yeah, she's
good.
Well, she gets real I got 3 dogs: a small, a medium, and a large. And the largest one is the worst when it comes to fireworks.
So
Yeah,
you hold
I
that thing? That thing that you have is just going to be terror for that.
Well, I told my wife, I'm like, because when we were up in Indiana last weekend, she kind of had a little bit of a nervous breakdown.
What?
And she had to go to the doctor because we didn't know what was wrong, and my brother was watching her. So I told my wife, I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, well, we're supposed to have a bunch of friends over Sunday, and I'm like, I don't know about shooting a bunch of the fireworks off.
Yeah, I had a flat coated retriever, black, pure black, about 125-pound retriever, style dog, and any kind of lightning and thunder would make that dog go haywire with terror.
Yeah,
just terrible.
My dog pisses himself at a bug zapper.
With a bug zapper? No, really?
Like when he touches it with his tongue, or just hears it?
Say again.
When he hears it or touches it?
What do you
No. When he hears it,
put it to his balls.
He pants and drools until his mouth's empty of water.
Just
and he pisses himself every time it does that.
Well, fuck's sake, I don't know.
But yeah, bug zappers only kill pretty much cool bugs. Just so you know. The ones that bite. The ones that bite.
I don't know. This thing kills meaty, big, chungus blue bottles and everything.
Yeah, but it'll kill beautiful moths like loner moths.
Yeah, there's about 20 moths in it right now. I can see.
It won't kill a mosquito because they don't go near it.
They don't go to light; they go to carbon dioxide.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Biscuit, it looked like you just looked over on the other side of the room. Do you got that thing inside your room?
It's in my living room at the front of the house, and the dogs.
You have
at
a
the back
bug
of the
zapper
house.
inside the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's unusual.
We're gonna have to have a talk now.
Don't worry,
Bug zapper
you see it behind there?
Yeah, I mean, not clear enough though to see some zapping.
I see some blue lights.
Turn around. It's behind the monitor, as far away from the dog as
And
possible.
it terrifies your dog. Yeah, I mean, why do you have it there?
Because I'm sick of the fucking flies. It clears the room in about half an hour.
Don't they have?
How about
Don't they have
strips?
screens in the UK?
There's fly strips.
Yeah, but
Thank you,
it's hot
I
and
mean, terrifying your dog is a bad plan.
he's not afraid now because there's no flies in here being zapped. So
Hey, Philip, you can get your vet can give you like a tranquilizer.
We have some pills. Yeah.
Okay.
That we can.
Let the dog have it. Don't
Can I take the pill?
Right.
May I have them?
How do they train dogs like say labs or retrievers with a 12 gauge Magnum shotgun. How do they not get freaked out by that?
It
How
takes a lot of money to train
They're
those dogs.
used to it from young, aren't they?
yeah, but I mean, if you guys have ever heard a big Magnum 12 gauge, these fucking things are loud, dude, without ear protection. I took taking it off just to be like, I want to just see. I'll use my ear that's away from the gun. And it's fucking loud as hell, dude.
Good thinking.
Right. Oh yeah, this one guns. No, not with me shooting. With like when a buddy is shooting.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. But still, I mean, anywhere on a range, you know, if you don't wear earphones or
maybe they breed them deaf.
It's gonna be nasty.
I don't know because.
I'm being too snarky. I apologize.
No, it's fine. But it's just shocking that those dogs just will hang with the guy while he's, you know, shooting at ducks, whatever bird is coming in or taking off, and the dog won't move until he says, "All right, go get the duck."
Well, I've hunted with labs that were trained, and usually they're not like right on top of you. You know, usually they're out trying to get the birds to go up in the air, but still. You know, my dog would freak out if it was anywhere in the vicinity of a shotgun going off.
Yeah.
I mean, your thing is probably just a little bit louder than a shotgun, I would say, because the
uncle had an Alsatian.
You can
my
feel
uncle had an Alsatian crossed with a wolf.
Fucking pudding pop with his
and it was petrified of my air rifle.
Sometimes. You know what you did there, old pudding pop. Yeah, fucking fooling around with us.
Sorry, I had to go.
It's all right.
We've had pneumatic hammers, you know, going on around the condo building. We're having, you know, our reinforcement bars, iron bars, concrete pier, and our poor cats, you know, they just get like terrified.
Sorry.
What
happened?
No, that was an explosion.
Loud explosion went off.
Come on, Aphid.
Not too far from here.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I had Taco Bell for lunch. I apologize, guys.
Now, do you remember the movie What About Bob?
Oh yeah, I love that.
Wonderful movie, yes.
So at the end, he, I think it's Richard Dreyfuss, goes to the hardware store and he buys all of that fucking powder for blasting stump blasting powder, which I guess is probably black powder or something like that. So you could literally, what was that, 25 years ago, buy that shit off the counter at Ace or you know, your local hardware store and go blow up stumps. So if that was what you could get back then, that's exactly what you make, I think, loud fireworks out of, is that blasting material. It has to be the same thing, you know? It's stable over the counter.
Isn't it like an oxidizer, like nitrogen oxide, isn't it? Like in powder form.
I don't know. It always just tripped me out that they had Bill Murray tied to the tree with like 60 pounds of fucking explosive that he just bought fucking right down the road, you know? Like, it was totally legal back then. Just unbelievable, man. I guess one of the main things that would have changed that would have been the Oklahoma City explosion bombing, because...
Was that before or after?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, What About Bob was probably in the early 90s.
I think What About Bob was before the explosion.
Late 80s.
Let's see.
Probably before.
Let's see what Google has to say about that.
95.
What?
No, I think it was before then. Because I think I was working at Ponderosa before I met my wife.
Oh, no, Ponderosa, wow.
That's right.
Get some good steaks?
Yeah, good steaks at Ponderosa. That's a...
Oxymoron.
Good.
Biscuit, you looking for your dick?
Yeah. I haven't been able to find it in 20 years.
April 19th,
I didn't mean that,
1995.
Oh, I mean, frankly.
Oh, he guilted your ass, pudding pop. God damn.
I'm just trying to find out what serial killer's called.
God damn.
What was it, Wyatt?
It was 90. It was 95.
What
the
about Bob?
Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah.
What about Bob?
All right. I'm saying 93, 92.
Are they protesting?
91.
91.
91.
Yeah, there was some unfair justice.
Oklahoma was after the Who was the survivalist way up there in the northeast?
Terry Nichols, Timothy
Waco?
McVeigh.
No,
Waco?
not
Oh,
the,
Ruby Ridge.
yeah, no, not the guy. Yeah, the Ruby Ridge guy. That's
Yeah.
the one. He's the one that when his wife was shot, and that weird. I can't remember.
Oh,
his
Chloe.
name.
That was Janet Reno, I think, the
Well,
Attorney General.
She was
was-
overseeing
92 when that
a
happened.
couple of those things.
She
And,
oversaw Waco and Ruby Ridge, and those,
Yeah,
as like law enforcement and analyzing experts over time have said, those two things have serious questions for
yeah.
Calvin.
procedure,
I'm not gonna
aggression.
justify, what happened with the bombing at all.
Oh,
The fertilizer bombing, but that, still, I mean, weird shit going on here and there, and but it
Wait.
doesn't.
Waco was majorly misheld. There was guys climbing up over roofs, getting shot through the wall, falling off the roof. We all saw that with some of that footage.
Yeah,
Those guys who were trying to make that like rooftop assault, they're like U.S. Marshals or something, and the bullets are coming through the wall and hitting the guy, and he's like rolling off on his side. It's fucking horrible,
Koresh,
man. I mean,
Koresh was a crazy motherfucker,
but that was just like, to me, that I made me think of like, what is this, Omaha Beach? Are we just sending these guys into the building? Can we come up with a plan here? This seems a
It
little
was
crazy.
so stupid. It was unbelievably stupid.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man.
After the fire, everybody had eggs Koresh.
There you go. And they were
Boo.
one thing they knew is there were kids in there, and they had very good suspicions
Yeah.
that they were fucking crazy.
Fucking
So
And heavily armed.
Fucking,
they knew that.
imagine
Right.
50
Children.
cals, M60s,
to
What did they
endure-
expect would happen? I can't imagine what they thought.
And they understood, is it high desert over there in Texas or
Waco.
medium? Yeah, Waco or medium desert.
That's small medium desert.
Yeah, and I mean they understood desert.
They call it
winds and-
medium.
Yes, medium. They probably do, but my sister was out in the New Mexico, Texas areas for about 20 years, and the desert wind issues are very well known, and the idea that the Waco adults would allow the children to be sacrificed in that whole scenario is just horrifying. It's just the level of cultish, mental illness is just off the charts. And I mean,
No.
I've watched.
Oh, was that one of the moments that the guy acted like God and everyone followed him and the police bombed
Yep.
them?
Sort of.
The police, tried to flush them out for what, a month?
Yeah,
A
there
long
was.
time. And then there was supposedly, an assault from the downwind side, where where they're claiming, certain conspiracy theorists claim that, the law enforcement people were who set the fire, but there's more evidence that the people from Waco, did you shave your
Branch
head,
Davidians.
Topple? Have you just shaved your head?
No, I'm bald.
I mean, pudding pop.
I'm bald.
Okay. Well, okay. You always wear a hat. Never mind. Okay.
That's why I
So-
wear a hat.
Okay, I understand. Well, I grew my hair back.
Bunch of handsome fellas here.
Yeah,
What were we on
bastards.
right
Yeah.
there that I just.
Dickishly handsome. Yes, thank you.
We were
sir.
talking how much you love Mega.
Yeah, MAGA.
Yeah.
You know,
So
MAGA.
I mean, just the Branch Davidians, right? That's what.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Now
also, you guys,
they
you
lit
older
themselves
fellas-
up downwind. And
you older fellas probably remember the Jonestown folks, right?
no,
I know that because I watched the documentary. I found that interesting.
Oh,
many
yeah.
times. I've watched that documentary.
I want to be like that guy. I want
Jim
people
Jones.
just controlled.
Right.
AKA
Oh my God.
I'm from Philadelphia. We had the move where what
Right,
was
the
it?
move.
Philadelphia police dropped a bomb on the fucking building.
Dropped a bomb on the roof.
They
The
dropped
roof is
a
on
bomb
fire.
on me,
Yeah.
baby.
Boy, that was top quality moronic police work there.
I'll tell you, it's
Yeah.
crazy time, political, institutions, mixing with crazy time.
Well, you guys are older. I'm a little bit younger, me and Biscuit are. Is politics always been this crazy, or is it getting worse?
Oh, much worse.
Well,
It is? Okay.
as
It's
you
always been a little crazy, but it's worse.
as you magnify the
And
You
I'll
world,
got
tell you
people like
what's
Biscuit
caused
and
it.
AFED. That's why.
I think it's getting better now, though.
What's
Oh, 'cause
caused it is
Biden?
social media, 100%.
in the world of statistics,
Information travels so much faster these days.
standard
And
deviations,
it gets exponential.
as you get millions and millions and millions of more people, you get more proclivity for further deviations off standard behavior. And
So in America, we're more divided than we ever been.
Yes, I would say that's, to me, crystal clear.
Well,
Yeah.
From my lifetime.
maybe
They've
not
always been
the
divided.
Civil War.
It's just that
Maybe
you're
not.
more equally divided now on almost every subject.
Possibly, but work with me for 1 second. Look at this. I think that prior to now, maybe 10, 20 years ago, whatever you want to say, the prior period, there were less on the fringes and more of two groups closer to the center that had somewhat like similar beliefs. Maybe they disagreed on a lot of core things, but they weren't that far off of each other. Whereas now I feel like the poles are just miles apart, where people are vastly different on one side and the other. I don't think Democrat is what it used to be, nor Republican. You know what I mean? They've become extreme versions of what they once were. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It seems clearly to be the case, and I don't know where it's going to end. I don't like where we're at.
It's a shame how it divides families too, like Smokesteve's house. And just
It is rough. Right down the middle of the bed.
I'll tell you, my dad used to be just a straight Democrat, and when everything went wacko, whack job, and like he's a patriot, he's a veteran of not of combat, from a war, but when they started kneeling during the national anthem, he's like, "That's it, I'm fucking out." That was enough for him. Like, he holds a few things near and dear to his heart, and like disrespecting the United States of America was all that it took for him, and that's what it was in his mind, and that's why he switched, because he felt like on one side it was seemingly group hatred of what he thought was American ideals, and then the other side seemed to be like pro-American. Now that was his viewpoint.
Odd anti-American behaviors on both the far right and the far left.
Right.
I mean, on the far right, they flee the tax system of the United States, and all of a sudden you've got, multinational corporations that are not paying any American taxes. And then on the left, you have these bizarro, alien philosophies coming in that are anti-American, that come from different cultures. And in between, the extremes, there's this requirement for the average American citizen to deal. And that's what I'm doing. I'm dealing with it, and I'm doing a good job, in my opinion. I avoided the extremist pull. The what's the right word? The compelling forces that are trying to pull people to extremist behavior, I was able to expel out of my life, and I've been much happier because of it. And some people can't do that. Some people are completely at odds with the other side of the political spectrum, and I'm not. I'll be happy, with what I can tell you guys about myself. I'm fine. I hope that all of you are too. because the temptation to be one or the other of the extremes is very, very strong.
It is.
It is. It's very strong.
Now, on what Larry and Creature says right here, now, this is true, Larry and Creature. And what I'll say to this is, I choose for me and myself to stand. But if they want to kneel, I have decided to myself, kneeling, if that's what they're going to do, is fine. Now, what that woman did at the track and field championships the other day, when she was on the podium and they played the national anthem and she turned her back to the flag, she's on the USA team. Now, I think that is a greater problem for me, because firstly, these professional teams are privately owned. They're allowed to do what they want. They're not Team USA. But this woman on the track and field, the hammer thrower, I don't know if you guys saw any of this. She was bullshit that they played the national anthem. She turned her back and basically looked pissed off for the entire thing. It was one of the most disrespectful things.
Why would she even go to the event as an American if she's ashamed of being an American?
She's there to, isn't she there to promote America in a way?
Yeah, I mean,
like if figurehead for America.
Yeah, if she was playing for the National Hammer Throwers, sponsored by Budweiser, I'd say go turn your back to whoever the fuck you want. But her team is the United States of America. I mean, so yeah, exactly what you guys are saying is my point. She should not be acting that way.
I'm sort of irritated that the 100-meter, female, championship winner has been disallowed from competing at the Olympics because she smoked a little reefer.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's irritating. That's some fucking irritating.
That's so stupid.
It's not like it's going to give her an advantage, is it?
No, it's not. She's might be a little more.
And she did in a state where it was legal, so.
And there were mitigating circumstances. Her mother died. She was dealing with grieving issues. One of the worst.
It's just a silly rule that's going to be gone sooner or rather than later, but
hopefully much sooner.
Now they're going to enforce it before it's gone.
Basically, they're saying just drink a bottle of White Lightning, but don't smoke any of that reefer because you'll be fucked. I mean,
one thing about who was the 49ers, backup quarterback who was doing the kneeling?
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick's girlfriend, who was giving him the good stuff, was full on Muslim activist. And that's what, I come back, I told you guys what bothered me about Obama was that he brought Middle Eastern, political activism tactics into the United States. And people like Kaepernick, that's a direct, reflection of Muslim activism, not political activism that's based on, black, Black Lives Matter or anything else with black or white. It's Muslim bullshit.
Wow.
Coming into American
I guess that brings it down to another level.
Well, yeah, it does. In my mind, I could, you're welcome to call me wrong, I don't mind, but
I don't know.
I have a real issue with the whole, Islamic activism matrix that goes on in the world, and I don't like it. Sorry to say, but
right. No, I hear you. Any pushing of any religion, in my opinion, is pretty lame. Just people who are peaceful and want to worship who they want to worship. Peaceful people are good people. God-fearing people, I tend to find a majority of them are good people who just want to live a life. Most of them are like more of the family type of people, not just outcasts of society. But there's often fringe elements in all of them that give the whole entire group a sour look, taste, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Good words. Good words.
Sour is a good word.
Yeah.
Yep. It's irritating.
I watch this thing where it's tribal tasting, I think it's called. I think they're like guys way out in like the desert in Pakistan, and they try like Little Debbie's or whatever, and they're like totally tripping on how amazing it is. They're like praising their God and like giving thanks.
I've seen a couple of those. Those are hilarious.
They are. One of the guys is all cut gold rings and shit. He's all like Mr. G of the desert, whoever he is. I don't even know, but it's good stuff, man. That's the cool side of YouTube, you know.
Exactly.
That and looking up old '80s tunes that I had completely forgotten. That's what I love about this shit. And of course this. We're plus 10 here and I haven't gotten a text, so I'll just keep the phone nearby. It could be quick, guys. So let's find out. Do you guys want to keep it going, or are we looking at like Dunskies?
Well,
Dude,
I'm ready to go, but you guys can keep going.
What are you waiting for a text for?
Books.
You gotta read a story?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's sweet.
Sorry, okay.
Oh,
I'm going to say goodbye and good night, and
Good night, Last Dance.
happy
right.
4th.
happy 4th to you guys too.
Later, brother.
Here's
care.
some
I'm pretty ready for bed and all. It's
It's
10
late.
past 2 in the morning.
Yeah,
You're
late.
not reading that Cat in the Hat crap to your kids, right?
Now, the Lord of the Rings. We're on
Oh.
almost at the end of Volume 2.
You're more of a happy Harry Potter fan there, Pudding Pop.
I don't know it. I never watched it. I'm not into science fiction.
Hey, I'm not
I
on
hate
about
Star
watching, I'm on
Wars.
about
I hate
reading.
Star Trek.
We're not on about movies, we're on about books.
The last book I read was Howard Stern Private Parts, and that was like
Good book.
17 years ago or something.
The Lord of the Rings is fabulous, dude. And it's a great movie as well.
I never got into fiction. That's my problem.
the Marvel, based Doctor Strange. I don't think I've ever seen digital effects that are superior to that. Not in any of the following, Marvel Universe movies at all. It's just incredible. I just saw it, and it's like, whoa, man.
The effects in the new TV show Loki, that's quite good.
I was looking for that. I'm
All
going
right,
to need
Ian.
to figure out how to subscribe to Disney. I guess I'm going to have to pay relatively big bucks. But
No, it's not that bad. It's
gonna
like
be
about $8.99.
$12.99.
Is that on Disney?
Oh, is it
Loki?
$12.99? Oh, fuck.
$8.99
Well, here.
versus
It's
$12.99.
$8.99 in UK.
Yeah, about the same. Pounds versus dollars. That's about the same.
Check out
$12.99, yeah, that's not too bad, but yeah.
Total Under Nutters had a couple of gins. He says, has Biscuit lost weight or is it a bigger chair?
He got a bigger couch.
Oh,
I've
he
lost
shaved.
two.
That's the thing.
I've lost 2 stone as well.
And you
Oh,
shaved
nice.
too.
Good for you.
That's awesome.
Shaved a
Cheers,
pound of
Biscuit.
hair. Good man. Shaved. Looking good.
And you're going for, you got approved for surgery?
No, I'm more. I'll get the surgery no matter what I do, but the lower I can get, the safer it'll be.
Jeez.
Yes, you're
So-
approved.
Damn,
I
those
want to get
protesters are really out of time.
I want to get
No.
under 30 stone before my surgery.
What are you at now?
33.
33.
I could tell you one thing: if you stop drinking soda, that would really help.
It's
No, I'm not
zero.
trying to be
But
mean. I'm not trying to be mean. When
I
I
used
diet,
to drink 3 cans of full sugar Monster every day.
oh,
So this is a massive difference.
I'm a big fan of iced tea that's full sugar in America. When I stop drinking that for 3 weeks, I automatically lose about 7
I
to 10
mean,
pounds.
they say make small changes, and the way I'm doing it is moving to diet soda, and then weaning myself off that and onto more water.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I tell you, a 0 cal, unsweetened iced tea, if you can find it from a place. Nothing in it but just brewed tea on ice.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good shit, dude.
I can just drink normal black tea with no sugar.
Yeah, but you can have a giant cup of it on ice. It's just like slightly tinted
They don't.
water.
It's not a big thing over here. Iced tea.
Oh, it's
No.
fabulous.
But iced
It's
coffee
tea and
is more of a
biscuits.
thing.
I'd have to make it myself.
Yeah, I used to love it.
Yeah,
with a
but if
bit
I'm
of
going out
pizza
for a
and
nice
snacks or
lunch and I don't want to drink booze, I get unsweetened iced tea and I'll squeeze a lemon in it. Drink a couple of those.
See, that's what screws me up. When we go out to eat, I never drink. I can't drink and eat at the same time.
Just iced tea is good.
I don't drink because it's too expensive. Why pay $7 for something that you can get for
Get
$1?
water.
How many
Yeah,
cases did you
glass
burn
of
up
water.
that one day?
I almost never buy.
There was about like
drinks.
5 cases of, what was that, Natty
That's-
Ice or something you
that's
burned in the
weird.
fire that day?
Oh no,
I
it was
tried to drink water with every,
the
I
beer
try and
bottle
drink
burn.
water with every meal because it
There you go.
helps, eat less.
Shock top. What it
That's
was.
where restaurants make most of their money is in their drinks. So
Yeah.
I-
And they get pissed off when you order water.
yeah, the waitresses are disappointed. That's for sure.
See, I'm peculiar in a restaurant. I'll never drink the tap water. And no offense, George, but especially in Florida, it is terrible.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I always I ask for bottled water or like Perrier or something like that.
The only problem is they never
privilege.
sell the good. They never sell the good water, do they? They only sell the cheap, shitty water.
Yeah, but it's better than tap.
Water.
It's just it's a cup of water.
I was up in
It's
Indiana.
not
last
though.
weekend.
I like Evian.
Yeah,
The
I don't
It's
water-
want-
got
the water had
a
a
nicer
terrible
taste.
flavor to it.
put in. I don't want no motherfucking chlorine taste, bro. I need clean water.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Evian comes
These
from an
assholes are
apple.
really special.
Yeah, us assholes like our water clean.
Man, you go to some places and they do have nasty water. I'll agree.
Dude, Florida in the summer, the pipes are warm down there. So the shit is like,
You might
Your
have-
pipes are older than Florida's pipes.
you
no,
might
it's
have-
not that. It's colder underground up here, dude. Down there,
Wow.
I'm telling you, cold
They don't put
water.
ice in it?
Cold water on full like blast. It's like 70 degrees in
I mean-
Florida. It's like a pool coming out.
Every time I mix up that crystal light of mine, I just go full tap water, a gallon of it.
Yeah.
I love Crystal Light, but it stains the shit out of my teeth.
Does it?
Yeah. So that's why I only drink whiskey now.
Smart man.
Vodka's nice.
We've got another company that makes water. It's quite local. It's called Buxton, and it's like, have you heard of the Pennines in Britain?
No.
Mm.
No.
They're like a mountain ridge that goes down the middle of Britain,
What, they
and
bottle that?
the water comes straight from the springs at the bottom of the mountains.
Is that where Yule Gibbons
Yeah, I don't believe that
eats
shit.
bark and pisses in the water?
No, this is really fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Stupid joke.
It's really nice.
Oh, what are we doing? We doing shots? Oh, that's not. What is
So
that?
that's
Shaker, he's got a glass. That looks good. It's very
Hey, Fed, you
inviting, sir.
miss. Smokesteve's wife's was a bartender when he met her.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
that's where he gets all his drinks from. I want to
Nice.
ask her how she
Cheers,
makes her Long
dude.
Island iced teas.
no. That's not where I
Right.
get my drinks. Mine, I research
Oh.
my shit, dude. I do
He gives
work.
you everything. Stop.
Well, are you not doing the drink mixes anymore, Smokesteve?
Well, some
He got me
people like
from the-
top, like Pugnut here, whatever the fuck his name is, was like giving me shade, saying it was lame. So I was like,
Oh,
maybe the people prefer the guitar, and I've been playing guitar a lot longer than I've been making drinks. So
I miss the mixed drinks.
you do? I
Yeah, I
can go
do.
back. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
if
thought it
you
was-
do a Long Island iced tea next time, I'll watch and not give you shit.
Dude, I had a run
And you have
where
to
the
drink it
bartender.
all.
What spirit's in the Long Island iced tea? Is it rum?
You might as well ask what isn't, because it's practically everything, dude.
It's just
crazy.
a liquor bomb in a bottle.
So it's
It's
not
so
actually
good.
made with tea.
no, there's no tea about it. I don't know why. it's
No,
called
there's
that.
no tea at all. It's usually
No.
I
Coke.
thought it was a
Coca
lemon
Cola.
iced tea with vodka
There's-
or rum in it or
The
something.
easy
No.
way to remember, there's no brown liquor in it, so there's no whiskey. So you have the four other majors. You have rum,
Triple
tequila,
sec.
Rum to get out.
gin, vodka,
I got
splash
Triple
of
sec.
Coke, lime. That's all I ever thought it
What about a
was.
That's-
sprig of mint? You put a
that's a
sprig of
wrong
mint
line.
leaf in it as well.
A mojito?
Oh, that's a mojito in it with mint.
Yeah, mojito, mojeo.
Mojito.
Oh,
Hey, the gay
That's
drinks
not
taste
right.
good sometimes, like
Sometimes.
Cosmos.
I've
My
had them
favorite,
before.
my favorite cocktail I ever had was called a Terry Bakewell, which is it
What's in it?
tasted just like it. It had like a coconut, like amaretto, I think it was, or something like that, and it had like a cherry sours or something in it as well.
All the whites, yeah, that's right, Chris. Smokesteve wife.
I had a weird exposure to unethical corporate behavior.
Oh, that's
when
what it was. It was Malibu rum with cherry sours
and it was that
and then
Malibu
lemonade.
but I was, because I had been, way back around 1980, I had been a safety officer for the city of Gainesville,
God
and
damn, you did everything.
I've been a lot of things, and I had been out to the water plant. I delivered all types of safety, CPR courses, things like that, and I knew, exactly what the city water plant did in terms of sanitizing water. And then, as I lost that job and I went through my weird things that I went through in life, I ended up, in my pool service business, and I ran across certain types of, water testing equipment. And one of the chemicals was called orthotolidine. And so orthotolidine, when you put it into, chlorinated water, it will turn either light yellow, not yellow at all if there's no chlorine, and bright yellow if there's a large amount of chlorine. Well, these people with these water sanitizer products where they sell them for about $100. You attach them to your faucet, and oh look, it'll clean all the, everything's clean. What they were doing, and I was looking for work. At that point I had had some problems. I didn't have my job, didn't have my business, and I went to one of these. They had a group seminar where they had like 40 people, and these idiots up there had a glass of water, and then they said, look, this is city water, and they took this orthotolidine and they put it into the water, and it turned this extremely bright yellow, and they said, look, it's like urine. This is like horrible. This is what you're drinking, when you drink city water. And the fuckers, they had spiked the fucking, glass of water with, crystals of chlorine. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Can you move that camera down a little bit?
That is a handsome dude there. I'll tell you what. Look at that.
Hey now.
What was that?
Hey, my
Am I
wife has
looking
to
at a
see
little
more.
couple of walnuts and a twig.
Ooh.
My wife has to see more knees. So
And anyway, it's like, you fuckers, that the actual city water comes out at half a part per million of chlorine. And the way that the orthotolidine went into this glass and then they presented it, to 40 or 50 people was, as though, and I knew this and nobody else would know it because I'm the fucking tradesman who knows things about pool chemicals. It looks like it's 10 parts per million. And it wasn't, it's not, if they had done a real tap water, it would have just shown this tiniest faint, yellowish color, which would have been half a part per million. And instead, they did an unethical thing, and they fucking, in order to sell their little silly fucking, products, to and get people to go sell those products. What?
there you go.
That's
She's the best.
Triple
Long Island
sec.
tea.
Excellent.
Vodka, rum, tequila, gin.
Next Saturday
And
or
there
the
it
next
is.
Saturday.
There it is. Triple
Yeah,
sec.
next
That's the
Saturday.
next drink. We're doing that. We're doing that.
That's right. Do it next
You were
Saturday.
right, Topple. So I mean,
I'll buy a
Big
made
Pond
bottle
or
of it.
whatever your name is down there.
Call me Top. I don't give a shit.
Pull and pull.
Call him Greg.
But anyway, unethical behavior is out there all over the place. Big corporations, small corporations, under the table, drug dealing assholes.
We're still on that.
Cipher this.
I
Were you a porn star back in the day too?
I was not. I
You
had
never
women
did.
knock-
You're
I had
not. You're
women
not
knock
gifted.
on my door. I am not gifted.
I'm sorry, bud. Me neither.
I had women who came to me expecting me to be gifted. And unfortunately, they were disappointed.
I had Asian women laugh at me. They're too
Jesus
small.
Christ, that's good.
That yeah, and you don't
Jesus.
scare
Poor
me.
dog.
I'm telling you,
God
man.
damn,
That was
Hey, Fed, you got your dogs inside, right?
No, she's right here, but she's got.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
She would rather be out here with me than.
Yes, Smokesteve wife, they are still listening.
Damn. Did you guys hear that?
By golly,
Yes.
by golly G George, they are listening to me.
Jesus.
Biscuit vapes.
Yes.
Happy
What's that,
birthday.
George?
Oh, you're
I know. I was
Smokesteve wife
kidding.
is
I was busting your job.
just she.
All right.
I'm
So,
being
Smokesteve,
shot
you're-
busted from left and the right.
Are we doing Long Island iced teas next time you're on?
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you.
I will
What,
buy
are
a
you
bottle.
guys gonna make drinks too and like make videos? Wow, this is like a whole new level of production. Okay,
I pour a bottle of whiskey in a cup.
that's your drink.
That's my drink.
Oh wow.
I used to do that until I threw up blood. I don't do it anymore.
You
There
threw
it
up
is.
blood?
This is
Yeah.
whiskey
I
with
drunk a
high-end
liter.
Italian. Sorry, go ahead. Talk
I
about
drank
your
a
blood
liter
story.
of whiskey and a liter of rum in one night, and
Jesus.
I threw up blood the next day.
Did you go to the hospital and get
Not
charcoal
good.
Yeah, dude,
pumped
that's
into
like-
you?
I was fine about 7 months later.
Oh, you're such a man.
This last week, my ex-wife, her son, and his wife, my ex-daughter-in-law, both got COVID.
Really?
And, yeah, and my ex, stepson was throwing up blood. He went to the emergency room about
Wow.
three nights ago.
Oh, is he dead now?
No, he got better. He's
Oh,
getting
good. Good.
Yeah. What kills people. I had a cousin who was 2 years younger than me in Mississippi who did die from COVID, and it was because he started having the symptoms that were flu-like symptoms.
Were there any underlying diseases?
Lying.
Yeah, he did have a heart condition.
Oh, so
did
if he
have
got
heart
the flu, he could have died, right?
If he got the flu that wasn't COVID, he could have died. So, but
Biscuit, you wanna say anything here?
who?
No. Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Do you
I mean,
believe- Biscuit,
Of
do you
course.
believe the numbers of COVID deaths? Do you believe the real
Yeah.
numbers? That
I believe they're in the ballpark.
they're in the ballpark. What's the ballpark mean? You don't have baseball in the UK, do you?
No, but I know what ballpark means.
Dude, they're in the pitch, right? They're in the
Yeah.
pitch.
I reckon
yeah.
maybe the
Biscuit, you
numbers
probably
are.
know more baseball than I do, so don't worry.
I don't know anything
Don't
apart
you
from there's a
stonewall
swear.
Biscuit Vapes. He knows what he's talking about.
Did you
Come
guys
on.
hear about that baseball pitcher from California that he's taken out of the league now? They're investigating him.
For what?
Some kinky sex shit that he did
Why? Why?
because the woman's pressing charges.
Oh, if it's a rape thing, yeah, I can
No,
understand that.
it was like she sent him all these texts wanting him to do this stuff to her, and then he obliged, and now he's
Wait.
big
She
trouble.
texted him that, like,
He
hey, I
told
want
me
you
what
to,
she wanted.
and he sent pictures, so now he's in trouble?
No, they got together more than once.
Oh, then what the hell's the point?
Yeah, exactly. But he's now like suspended from the league for 7 days while there's an investigation.
Woke
See,
bullshit.
this is the problem with woke people like AFED. They ruin everything.
Right? Like
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Archibald.
man.
Yep.
you
God
can't just
damn it, AFED.
you can't just set up a good old fashioned choke and fuck.
He
and
ain't no
expect
Wyatt.
to get away with it.
He just ain't no Wyatt. That's all there is to it.
Smokesteve,
Apparently, that's what it
Did the other
was.
person die?
And add
Smokesteve,
smack into that too. Choke fucking smack was what it turned into. Apparently,
Smokesteve, you get in our drink, my
Choke
friend.
fucking smack.
Get up
right.
and get in our drink.
Now drink? No, I got beers.
No, not a Bud Light. I mean a real drink.
Dude, I don't know, man. Well, now I find out the lady, as good as she is, she's amazing. She took the whole entire bedtime. She did all on her own, which is
You have
so
such
cool.
an amazing wife.
Oh,
Is she on the?
sweet.
Wait, what?
You guys are great parents. I gotta say that.
She did the books. She did it.
Is she still in the chat?
And I have to be
She's
respectful.
reading.
God damn
She's
it.
reading Lord of the Rings. She ain't in the chat.
No, she'll convince her to read another book for her and I because she's like,
Oh.
no, Daddy's book is The Lord of the Rings. We'll read something else.
She took enough
Oh.
time out
To be honest,
and
my
so-
wife-
Yay.
My
You
wife
can't-
read tonight to my daughter, so I could have
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
So I could be with you assholes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Thank you, sir. We
right
appreciate
now-
that compliment. Yes.
we're at
But
the part where the ents who are like the trees that rule
Yeah.
the forest,
Yeah.
are passing through and they're following the ents. This is in the number 2 after they finished off Isengard, and just the white wizard had just come back. Gandalf.
What the
such
fuck are you talking about?
He's off on a tangent. Come on, let him
a
go.
sorry, a Lord of the Rings thing.
Yes, yes.
If Duke was here, I'd be all set.
That's right. You're set. You're set.
Oh,
But
what are we
anyone
reading?
know any?
unfortunately, you're stuck with us.
All right, I got you. I thought I had a Lord of the Rings fan here.
That's at least as cool as Doctor
No,
Strange. I'm-
I haven't read the books. I've only watched all of
Oh,
them.
Doctor Strange sounds like a porno star. What are you reading over there, Cypher?
Doctor
This?
Strange. Marvel Comics.
Hey now. Oh. I've never been into fictional things. That's just me, though.
No, well, you're smart. You know, that's
Like,
right.
I don't understand Star Trek. I don't understand Star Wars. Afed seems like a Star Wars kind of guy. Am I wrong?
No, man, I don't got no that shit. I did like the oh, I can't even think of it now. Never mind.
Is
X-Men?
that your Steve wife? She likes to read the Simone.
No,
Biles.
my avatar that was on Lively.
If
I
so,
can't
that's
even think of what movie that's from.
Simone
Holy
Biles at this
shit.
point is one of the coolest
Babylon
I think
5?
it's like
women on the planet. You know,
No, it was from the movie with the midgets. Why can't I think of that movie?
Wizard of Oz?
No, it's the
Willow?
best movie ever.
Willow.
give us some
Wait,
No,
clues.
Movie
Matt
with midget.
Mardigan was a midget. That was
Austin
Willow.
Powers?
Oh, Hobbit.
no.
Austin Powers.
Why can't I think? This is depressing that I can't think of. It's like the best movie ever.
Best movie ever, but I don't know it.
Best movie ever.
With a midget.
And what's it about?
It's a bunch of midgets. They're traveling through
Oh,
time.
the
Time bandits.
Oh,
Time
Time Bandits is good. It's a lot of
It's
fun.
Never
it's one
saw
of the best movies ever.
Not one of the best movies ever, but a fun movie.
Oh, of course it was.
I
So
thought
for
he was
this-
going for the one with
Yes, what?
Dorothy and the Seven Dwarfs.
The two
So
best
for
movies
this-
ever were Time Bandits and Miller's Crossing. Those two movies.
Were they
are my
following the
favorite.
Yellow Brick Road?
No, I don't think so, dude. I wouldn't agree with those as best movies
They're
ever.
the best movies ever. Yeah, it's pretty much proven fact.
Well, I know what
So
was-
for this, have you ever been with a midget?
I have not. I have been attracted to a midget, but she was married to a man that I was doing some trade work
Ooh.
for.
Thank you for being truthful.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was interesting.
Biscuit babes.
She
You
was-
had to
Yes.
be with a midget.
She had a nice poop.
Never.
telling you.
Never. Nice
The- the
pooper.
short-
What?
Shortest girl I've ever been with
What was
was
that
about,
term? Oh,
I think
man.
she was 4'7".
4'7".
Wow, that's little. That's pretty
My
close.
wife's
to being-
5'6".
Getting low, getting
And
low.
there is a memory card. There is a memory card from about 10 years ago with a sex act on it with that particular person.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is your daughter asleep, I hope?
She's not there.
No,
She's out.
this memory card was sold with a phone by accident, and it's now out there somewhere.
Oh.
Was it juicy?
Did you
Oh,
watch
it's
it?
full on. It's about an hour's worth of sex. So yeah.
Oh, you watched
Oh.
it then.
Oh,
How many times have
definitely.
you watched it?
Right.
I watched it about 3 times, and then I sold it
Wow.
by accident with phone.
Sold it at a profit, I'm sure.
Damn.
We know about you,
Okay.
Biscuit, now.
Yeah, yeah. Good man, good man.
It was just to spice it up a bit. We were getting a bit bored.
Run
you know?
right, I'm telling you.
Well,
There
we
were
could call
nothing
them-
special. It was just normal sex
What's
acts. So.
get
we
ready.
could call them the biscuit tapes.
There you go.
I'm hoping the memory card's destroyed, long gone by now.
Oh my!
Oh,
Right. Somebody's gonna find them and be like, "What the fuck?"
Very revealing and interesting. Yes, it is.
But the
Are we
funny
gonna
The
thing
file
is,
format
like,
from 10 years ago might not even be readable now.
yeah, those old memory cards, nobody can
Oh.
you can't stick them in anything anymore. Nobody has a, like, where do you put them?
Stick them in anything anymore. That's very
Was it
I
a-
think it was like a micro SD card, but the slightly big one, AM4 or whatever it was called.
Right.
Biscuit, you
It
know what
was
a
like a
floppy disk
square.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what
You know
floppy
what a-
disk is.
All right. You're the same age as me, right? 35.
Yeah, I'm a year younger, 34.
Not like these old fucks above us.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Floppy.
45, 55, 60.
Hey, we're gonna be on for another half hour because if we are, I'll get a drink.
I mean, we can be. I have time. I want to get a drink too. Do you guys want to stay on or call it?
I want to stay on, but
I'm
you know,
gonna get a drink. I'm
that
ready.
was going to be an hour and a half show, so
French
it's your
bread pizza
deal,
soon.
Smoke Steve.
Wyatt?
All the way. You know, all the
Aphed's
way.
the one that's quiet these days. So
Yeah,
Quiet,
he's
Quiet
out there.
Wyatt, what's up,
He's
kid?
out there on the prairie, you know.
You
Must have
awake
been that
over there?
chocolate I consumed earlier.
he had too much natty ice over there.
Okay.
Oh, the
Good
chocolate.
Man, good man.
Oh, they're making him a little
Very,
bit.
very.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, me too. But I'm gonna just say, those espresso beans I had that had the THC chocolate gave me a little more pep. I think that's
they?
what you're missing, Wyatt.
Rather
I
than
was-
the other.
Well, I got a whole spread because I did some. I might have told you about this. I maybe not. I did a camper trailer, and I put peace and love inside on behind their bed in
Cool.
this camper,
Yeah.
and I told them because I told them a certain amount. And it's a friend of mine, and through skateboarding, and I said this is what's gonna be, but because he was bragging about his wife's making all this stuff, and I'm like. He sent me like basically a menu of. He's like, "Well, what do you want?" And I was like, "Just give me a little bit of everything, and then take off half of what I told you." And I trust you. You're a friend of mine, you know.
Oh, did you get any
And-
smoke?
No, he brought me a big Rice Krispie treat, a big peanut butter cup, a bunch of chocolates, a bunch of chocolate chip cookies, a chocolate muffin, some other stuff, and then paid me the full amount on top of it.
Cool.
So I did the
And all of the others
chocolate-
were marijuana products, or just
no. All these things were all these
Oh,
things because they
Wow.
cook it with
Wow.
oil. I guess oil. Smokesteve probably knows
God,
more about
you
this
lucky
than I do.
bastard.
the fat that they're using, whatever the fat is, oil,
Right.
butter, whatever it's going to be
Right.
Well, Smoke
used.
Steve, how much were each of the squares? What kind of retail cost is there to buying those?
Those
I'm-
little
I'm-
those
yeah.
beans that I had earlier, the espresso beans.
Yeah.
Those are about $2 a piece.
That's not much at all.
Each bean.
And so you had 3, and they did a good number for you.
Yeah, got a nice buzz, nice mellow glow.
I swear to God, I've told you guys all along that the worry that I've had is that if I get a medical marijuana card here,
Cup of tea, she was older than me.
Whoa.
he's talking to the sidebar. I'm worried about that concealed carry permit, issue, that there will be a legal, declaration that I can't do that. But God damn, I do not want to destroy my liver and pancreas and kidneys and GI system with this fucking, alcohol that I'm consuming all the time. And
Exactly.
I need
Wait,
to back.
are you worried about them drug testing you about your carry or
No, I'm worried
conceal?
about. I'm worried about the cross licensing. So if I go to medical
Well,
marijuana,
just don't get a license. I don't see a point in getting it anyway. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. Just
well, you
carry
can't
with
carry concealed legally.
No, what I'm
without
saying is
license.
just find somebody. Find some dude that you can
Yeah,
get it
but
from, and don't
maybe
worry about the
that's-
license.
Maybe that's not feasible for
Yeah,
such.
with me, it's not feasible because I don't have a huge big mouth, but I have enough of a sense of vulnerability that I need to protect myself.
No. What I'm saying is, you don't have any friends that like dabble in a little weed.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be the best solution.
Yeah, don't worry about no license, because if you live in a state where they have medical license that they're handing out, if you get, let's say you get, I'm sure you haven't had your car searched in probably 50 years, if
Right.
you've ever
Yeah.
had it
I'm
searched.
not.
He's
Yeah,
a
I'm
white
not
guy.
that-
Obviously,
I'm not in
Yeah,
that-
so
well, I'm not in that
so
profile at all.
there's
you know.
I don't see any sense in getting it because it's not
I'll
cheap.
be a white collar professional.
Just
now.
Except for
find some
this.
guy that you know that can get it for you, and just don't get no license. Just get some.
Yeah, I hear you.
Say for
Okay.
this, you carry.
We've talked about it over. You've heard me talk about it over.
I might not have been part of
all
that
the
show.
time. Yeah. No, yeah. Last week, yeah, all the time. Every time I go out into public, I'm carrying because I feel vulnerable. I'm just not going to take a beating. I refuse to take a beating. That's the
All right.
long and the short of it. And I'm just vulnerable looking enough with my overweight profile and my elderliness. You guys don't, you sort of see my elderliness, but in another way you see me probably a little bit more youthfully than I really am. And when I go out into public, I'm fuck, anybody that is half crazy, psychotic or neurotic, and imbalanced and ready to go find someone to victimize. I could be a target, and I refuse to be a target for.
Are you ever worried that they could take? Because most of the times people take you from behind, not sp- and
That's
your
never
weapon.
happened. Actually, that's never happened. No, I'm kidding. I know what you're saying.
Oh, you never been in prison? It's fun.
No. Okay, but go ahead. Let's go ahead with.
No, but I'm
serious.
being honest. Like,
Yeah.
most of the times that your attack or is like a blindsided attack, are you worried
Right.
that your gun's
I
going to
have
be available for them to take?
I have extreme situational awareness. My head is on a swivel every
All
time
right.
I go out into that, environment. And it's just, I don't know how, I don't want to overreact about anything, but at the same time, I don't want to fucking die 15 years early because I've got a liver that's as hard as a rock and cirrhotic because of my drinking. I would rather back off the drinking and start toking a little bit, or taking oral, like what,
Edibles.
she's talking.
No, don't take edibles.
Why
Just
not?
toke. It's a
Suppositories.
whole different high.
Take suppositories. That's what you want.
There's
to do.
also an in-betweener they call like vaping, that works
Mm.
cool for some people. And
Just don't
Get
get
the
the illegal
plant.
shit.
Get the plant and smoke that.
well, that's what I
Flower.
do.
Well, not
Flower, if you want to sound cool. That's what they call it.
the flower.
Flower.
But the thing is, like,
Yes, they call
one
it.
thing with when it's legal
In
that
the
you can be
1970s?
reassured with, George, Cypher,
Yeah.
is when it's, if you did get the card and you buy it from a legal medical dispensary, it's just highly tested. Now, that being said,
Relatively
I mean,
safe. Yeah.
most growers are pretty good. They're not going to grow and sell moldy bud, but that is a thing you do have to be cognizant of.
Oh, come on, man. When have you ever had a bad experience with smoking more weed?
Oh, well,
You better give her a kiss for getting you a drink.
no, dude, she's reaching like she's going out of bounds on the pass.
Where's the robot arm? Hey,
Oh, this could be a good night.
you cheated us out of the robot arm
Look at
just
this
then.
thing. It's fucking gigantic. I
Oh,
think
that-
For the
that's
people on
You're not-
Twitter, she could be snoring later.
Yeah.
oh, she's learning creatures obliterating on the chat over here.
Is she alliterating?
Yeah, just don't take the brown acid, whatever you do.
Right? Anyone else?
Oh, god damn.
What's that?
Triple microdot,
hash?
fried my ass.
No, haven't you ever seen what was that concert that the Rolling Stones played?
Oh, that concert, maybe Woodstock.
No, it wasn't Woodstock. I don't think. It was
No,
the
the
one
brown
where
acid was from Woodstock. You're
oh, was
thinking
it?
of
I was
Al-
thinking it was the one where the
Altamont.
motorcycle gang stabbed all the guys.
Altamont.
Chocolate Mechlin was one of my best tires. Psychedelic tires ever.
Yeah, Woodstock. They were like, don't
Way
take the
back.
brown acid.
Woodstock, yes, but then you were also talking about Altamont, which is where the Hell's
Right.
Angels stabbed the guy.
Yeah, the Hell's Angels.
Also a great party too, just some stabbing, but I mean for the most
I
part,
used to
was
think
all right.
Kid Kesey and the merry pranksters were really, really cool. And then if you look at what they actually did to people, nah, they're not cool. They
Actually sounds like
Those
gunshot.
fireworks are going off big time.
Somebody's got some Roman candles going over there. I can actually see them. This first thing I can see.
Yeah. What are the lights in the background there, Aphid Lip?
That's
I
just
think
some
that's
light.
just the light
It's
through
just,
the trees.
yeah, it's light through the trees. Is what it is.
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of nice.
It's not nearly.
Galactic look to it. It looks like you're out in the galaxies.
It's not nearly as dark as what it looks like on the cam.
How much land do you have, Aphid?
dark,
Like 3/4 of an acre, I think.
You're
something
nothing
like
but a
that.
hat
okay.
there on the cam, buddy.
Not a ton. I will tell you. Last weekend, I didn't talk about my trip. Last weekend, I went to Indiana to see some my wife's side of the family.
Cool.
And
Is that why you were
cousin-
watching the show?
No, we watched it actually a couple nights ago. My wife was like, "I want to watch it," and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not on there, so why would you want to watch it?" But anyway, besides
Narcissistic
that,
prick.
no, we went up there.
You're muted, Smokesteve. You're muted totally.
We went up there, and my
Me.
I'm just kidding.
Back
my-
into.
My wife's cousin has 40 acres of property up in the middle of Indiana up there,
Holy
and
shit.
we took off in my wife's Land Rover, and we were in no shape to be taken off in the middle of his woods with my wife's Land Rover, and we messed it up a little bit.
You didn't have the kids in the car, did you?
No.
Oh, you lying?
No, but he was like, he's kind of a good old boy, and he's like, you got something we could test out these speakers? And I was like, I'm like, well, I don't think I'm gonna have something you like. He's like, you got any Beastie Boys? And I'm like, I sure do. So we pumped the Beastie Boys and backed into a tree.
I'll say this: Beastie Boys most overrated.
Oh no, more than the Boss?
I
Yeah,
don't like
no,
the Boss.
Oh,
they're
come
better
on.
than the Boss.
That's the
But I
point.
mean, what about MCA's dead, right?
Wait, to put this in perspective, you're talking about a guy that
cancer.
this is coming from a guy that every avatar he ever used was from Lane Staley in some form or fashion.
Right. Okay. He's
All right, I like
You're
Alice
an
in Chains.
Alice in Chains freak. That's it.
So
The music spoke to me,
Okay. Yeah. I know a guy like you,
and it got me through
Freak,
a lot of
dude.
things.
that says a lot about Topple, doesn't it?
Yeah, that poor bastard, man. He had a tough exit from this terrestrial world that we call life, and it's a sad
Who,
end
Lane Stanley?
because, yeah,
He was a heroin addict.
no, but I mean, like what they theorize about how near the end he was just in a very bad
90
way.
pounds. Yeah, I know.
Oh man,
Yeah, he was
I
getting.
didn't
Some-
see the documentary.
Yeah, somebody was buying him drugs still, right? Topple, do you know this guy up near till the end? Like he was locked himself in his
No.
apartment.
Yeah, he locked himself in an apartment, got high every day. The worst story is his mom had to identify his body,
Right.
and it was already decomposed
Oh.
in a way.
Yeah, dude had it tough.
Hey
Well,
Topple, do you remember Ben Carson or Bill Carson?
I
He
know
also
the
went,
name.
he went by a couple. He was on Jackie's show a lot. He was older guy from England somewhere because he had a real thick accent.
Who's Jackie?
Jackie was the best. She was before you. She had games.
It was she did. It was this older woman that used to host live shows on Live Leak.
Oh,
years
I could
ago.
have games. You could win.
No,
weed.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was this guy. I can't remember his avatar always had a patch. He looked like a pirate with a patch over his eye.
Okay.
I know you know
okay.
who I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
anyway, he died, and
Oh,
he was in his apartment, and the only people he associated with was people from LiveLeak and from Skype, and nobody knew for like a week, and finally the neighbors smelled the stench coming through his house, and they found him. But he was contacted by another LiveLeaker or the police contacted him because he was like one of the only connections inside of his apartment that they could find.
really?
Just a horrible, like, he seemed like a cool guy. He was really funny, and I know he had back problems, and he talked to, he took prescription drugs and drank a lot. But it's just horrible that dude, that's the life that he had.
Too bad it wasn't Mint Grande.
Oh.
Well, I definitely
Oof.
think that Steve.
I'm
Pew, pew,
kidding.
pew, pew, pew.
I don't
Beans
wish
to the
death
post.
on anybody.
Yep, yeah, I definitely deserve some beans to the post.
Yeah.
Poor McGrande.
I'll pay for them.
When you manage apartments, that is one of the things that I and my associates have had to come across. And so
No good.
it goes,
It goes.
You just you treat people with a good level of respect.
Harry Rain, that was his other name. Harry Rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about now?
We
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
live
yeah.
leakers?
Yeah,
live
this- well, I mean, he was a live leaker, but he was more common on the live shows that me and Top
live
would-
streams. Yeah,
live streams. Me and Top would
he was
used to
on
do.
Live Seal, Jackie.
Yep.
I wish
Yeah.
I had gotten involved with those. I'm sure I would have had a lot of
They
fun.
were fun, man. They were a lot of fun.
I just never was
Knowing what I know now, I would probably gone on the shows more often,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Well, Aphin, what did you call your show after they would do the live stream?
It was just I just called it the
Thursday
Ace of-
still?
yeah,
It was
yeah.
always
I think he
Thursdays.
called it Trump Sucks.
No, it
Come
was
on.
way before Trump. Well,
yeah. Well,
I mean, it
I
was-
started well before Trump. But yeah, it was just the Aphid Lip live show, is what it's called.
yeah,
It was so hilarious too, because he would have flashcard or he would have slideshows on like
Different
just
topics.
try and read news topics and try to go through them.
It would
Dude.
help me. It would help. That's how I did my show. I would think of stuff during the week, and then I would go get a picture, and then when I would show that picture, it would trigger in me what I wanted to say. So that's how I did that whole show. And
I remember having deep respect for your technical skills.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had sort of
Aw.
wanted to do that, and then it's like, God damn, that's a lot of fucking technical work to.
Well, most of the
learn
people
how
who
to
did
do
the
that.
live, most of the people who did the live shows would just, it was like, kind of like this, or they'd be in their garage or whatever, and nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. There were a lot of fun.
Mr. Pink.
There was a guy named Fried Chicken, and he
Yeah.
would have like 10 cameras, and they were on motors where he could that's what he did for a living too, though. And
Yeah, that was a money thing.
yeah, and I just talked to him a couple of days ago. Actually, he
All
wants me to
right.
get some T-shirts.
Is
made for
he
him.
okay?
Yeah, he's back on the East Coast now, and he seems, I haven't
Smart
talked to him,
move.
but he seems, he's so into, like, whenever you talk to him, he's so into the whole aliens landed us here on Earth, and it always goes there. So it
Always goes there, huh?
it always goes there.
That's
So
where I would
it's
cut
kind of
off
like
on
how
the show.
Hayden it always goes to the trans thing right now.
Oh.
Biscuit
But
Vapes.
yeah.
What's going
that's
on
funny.
over there, my man?
I
Is
don't
there
know. My
such-
eyes
You're
feel
still
like
awake. It's amazing.
Like,
my eyes
Hayden's-
feel like
It's
gritty
almost 10,
sandpaper.
11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m.
that's my
Mhm.
man.
Sir.
You need another drink.
My eyes feel like gritty sandpaper, but I'm
Oh,
staying
well,
strong.
you'll sleep well late into the morning. No doubt.
Biscuit Vapes. Is that
I'll be up at 9 o'clock.
Biscuit
Oh, yeah.
Vapes? Is that such a big topic going on over in the UK right now? Everything that Hayden's talking about.
Not
No?
not in my circles. No.
So you think Hayden's just has personal hate build up in him?
not personal hate, but I think he's just
not
got
hate.
his mind stuck on trans.
Critical.
Yeah, I
thinking.
think he's down that
Critical
rabbit hole
thinking
right
is-
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I
just
ran
thinking,
across and I can't remember their name, but I ran across on a Yahoo, and Yahoo again allows no comments below any of their articles, and this woman was just going full on. I've been raped 400 times. I'm transgender. I'm this. I'm that. I'm a person of color.
I've got a sneaky suspicion Hayden's day goes like this. Search Twitter trans hashtag. And then it just goes to
I
a
think it's a
dog
little
pile
more
of
complex than that, but you may have a point.
I don't. If the person's happy doing what they do, that's fine. If it doesn't harm anybody, but
Yeah.
I can
it's
understand
those
his
news
points.
stories when it's
Well,
harming kids and
it's-
other people.
Yeah, that's the
What they're doing.
pedos on Twitter and all
Yeah.
that shit. I have
And
a
that-
problem with.
This Yahoo article that I was talking about with this trans person of color talking about this went right to the children. It went right to the idea that creating any type of legislation that doesn't allow trans children to have chemical, enhancement of their preferences is immoral, unethical, illegal. And you get into this bizarro shit, what do you call it? I don't know. I mean, it's
Well,
just,
you
Sorry,
mean
but
like-
any procedure that a child wants at that age, they're not mentally capable of making
Right.
that choice.
Exactly.
It's got to be at least 18, at least.
and it's just the thoroughness of the propaganda is just awesomely terrifying to behold. It is nasty. It is perfectly constructed, not constructed.
I
Constructed.
mean, the only young person that I know that's had a successful transition. She's an actress that plays. Have you ever watched that show Supergirl on CW?
My son
No.
watches that. Why? Don't tell me that's a
Uh,
dude.
No, there's one of the female superheroes. She's openly trans in real
Oh,
life,
okay.
and she's also playing a trans superhero as well. But she transitioned
Well,
from a young
We need
girl.
more trans superheroes.
yeah.
Like,
Oh.
if it makes them happy, they're an adult.
Exactly.
make them
That's a
a
massive
decision.
difference
That's
than a
not
big
fair,
girly
Ace Flipper.
bearded
We can't
bloke
see your
that says
face
he's a
now.
woman.
You could be
There's a
Can
big
you,
difference.
can you imagine if your buddy came over to your house and you had like a poster of some trans Wonder Hero?
Cool. Yeah. Well,
But I guess the point is it's really inconsequential. Just you kind of just let it go in that situation, right? It's
Until it
not-
comes to
Yeah, I mean,
children.
like I said that she's successful in the fact that she's making herself open, but she's also being successful and she's doing it the right way.
You ever bring up pictures and look at her?
Yeah, one sec.
No. Never mind.
Not,
Oh, do I? No.
oh, now you've done it.
I was
Bring up a
joking.
picture to show you. No.
Might as well show it. Heck, he
Yeah,
asked.
that was odd. Oh,
He
yeah.
asked for it, man. You give it to him.
Larry and Creature. Hi there. How are you? Okay, Larry.
What is he
Creature?
coming on? Is he coming on?
is somebody coming
No.
on? Because I was getting ready to go off, but if somebody's coming on, I want to see him.
He's been on the sidebar, harsh and steady, which is good.
Whatever happened to Amy?
Jesus, look at this guy. He's in like
Oh, that's
blackout
just
mode.
excellent.
There he is.
Yeah, buddy.
There he goes. He's ready to take on who's that guy? Oh shit. Senior moment. The guy on Wyatt Earp that's the bad guy that gets killed at the end by
Ringo.
He's ready to take on Ringo.
You just watched the movie 3 times
There we go.
this week. Oh no.
What do you got there, Topple? What's the drink?
It's
It doesn't cost that much, Topple, to
Oh, he's got the
order it.
Ooh,
Apple. Is it better than the honey? You like that better than the honey? You had the honey.
no. I just got off the honey. Here's the story.
There we
off
go.
your honey? Did you get off your honey?
Oh, damn, I would hit it.
She's trans.
I know.
Oh yeah.
She looks like her.
It
Yeah,
does.
that looks like a chick to me.
Is it soft and sweet?
With dick.
No, she's fully
Like what you were saying,
With dick?
Cypher. I just got my bottle of honey, and it was half full when I had it last time. Now, when I started, it was a quarter, so I got to talk to my son tomorrow morning.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, a little
Yeah,
watering down of it,
buddy.
huh? Oh, you know.
No watering.
Well-
He didn't even do that. He's too stupid to do that.
Sonny Boy's taking up a little of the Irish.
Yeah, wait till you guys have teenagers.
Well,
What are
yeah.
you going to do? Give
Oh
him a,
God! Don't tell me about teenage years. That's only a few years away.
right.
Ugh.
It sucks.
I think
It
you're in a
sucks.
different category there, old biscuit. I don't think you'll have that problem at all.
Yeah, he's basically saying you're a better parent than I am.
No, not at all.
I will have a
No,
problem
no.
because I've got. I'm a single dad, and I've got to have the talk
Culturally
when she starts puberty and whatnot.
not comparable
That's what I'm
Biscuit.
worried about.
situation.
Biscuit, well, you told
Sorry.
us last week you're an awesome father.
Yeah,
you.
that's where I'm at.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go.
You
back
really
and watch
are.
that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
But I think I need to use my female friends for the the periods and whatnot. The talk.
Well, that's
with-
the
I know
thing.
for sure
You're-
that I had at least two of my little progenies aborted. Thank you very much.
Biscuit, you're a single father. You should take advantage of that.
Oh, man.
You know, he made, I don't wear a
I
white
already
knife.
did. I tapped the my
Whoa.
daughter's.
It's okay, Smokesteve.
My daughter's friend's mum last year. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
not that, but something sort of like that.
Because I don't wear a ring because of what I do.
Uh-oh.
I think
Anytime I take my daughter
Stepping up.
anywhere, they think I'm a single parent.
I think
And
the
I
host
get
is
so
stepping up.
much women look at me.
Yeah,
Take a full advantage of that, Biscuit.
look at you. What?
There you
No,
go.
I'll be taking more advantage of it when I've lost a bit of weight.
Do they like it when you take that and just sort of get it into that little clit?
Yeah.
Get it.
Hey, this
Come on,
tickles
baby.
things.
Same thing with you, Smokesteve. I mean, it's none of my business, but
All the women I've ever been with don't like the beards and mustache.
Because they're from the
It
UK.
gives a rash.
They're stupid.
it's just such a temptation to be so lewd, but I'll resist. I'm sorry, guys.
No, I want
To be honest with
you, they don't like it on the face. It
That's,
gives them rash.
Yeah, my
I-
wife
I-
hates
I
my
went-
beard. My wife hates my beard for that reason and the other reason that will get us banned from YouTube, so I can't say it.
Right. I understand. You know,
Well, on that note, I'm gonna scoot on out of here.
you're gonna,
All right.
gonna go further dark.
Yeah,
Happy
I'm gonna-
4th,
I'm gonna-
Aphid.
Hey, you two. Here's to America, guys. Cheers.
All right, Buckaroo. We'll see you next.
Oh my God! It's
All
4th
right.
of July, isn't it? I've just realised.
Goodbye.
In tomorrow, isn't it?
It's
today.
tomorrow. Tomorrow.
And
tomorrow.
where you are.
Well, no, tomorrow's the 3rd.
In this
Yeah.
petty
So
pace.
to me, it's now.
Date
It's
today.
tomorrow now.
No,
Oh,
Steve.
you're into
Tomorrow's the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, now it's the 3rd.
You are in the 3rd. We're in the
Get
2nd.
that
Yeah.
hangnail and then I
No,
can
Steve, we're partying all weekend. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, my party starts now.
I've got
Well,
So you have a buddy stopping by tomorrow and your wife's friend? Are they both single?
I don't really talk about that, but
Well, I'm
supposing
just
they are,
saying,
maybe
can they
possibly.
mingle?
They cannot.
What are you doing for 4th of July?
What you doing? How you
Hmm?
doing?
We're gonna grill awesome food, smoke weed, and possibly light off some explosives.
Nice.
I'm gonna isolate and study like a motherfucker for about the next 2 days.
There
Well,
you go.
well done
For
to you,
this,
Cypher.
You're the
Put
bummer of this party.
No,
It's the-
no, man. I'm the inspirational dude who's getting the
No,
degree.
it's 4th of July. It's on a Sunday.
It's
Celebrate it
the
all
4th
week.
of July. Woo!
I got Monday and I took Tuesday as a vacation day, so I'm rolling, dude.
Well, this is my actually first weekend off in, I don't even know, weeks and
Really?
weeks. So that's why I'm drinking
4th of
tonight.
July is Independence Day,
So
but what's
you're not going to
Independence
beat
from?
anybody for at least a week or two?
It's for independence from you, homeboy.
Yeah,
Is
fuck
it
you people.
Independence from us English?
Fucking
Brits?
hey.
Was you part of our domination?
1776, dude.
We threw that tea in the fucking lake. And
No,
that's
Boston
these mass holes.
Harbor. Boston
Those mass
Harbor.
holes.
My head there.
You threw the
Damn.
good old Twinings in lake.
No,
Or,
the tea went into Boston Harbor, and that was one
Harbor,
of the
yeah.
first act.
I got a long way to go before I can catch up with Smokesteve. To
Oh,
get
yeah.
my
What do you
hair out
mean?
there, boy, you know. My hair.
you want to look like Jesus?
Yeah, I want to look like a Jesus man. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, my hair grows fast because there's not much of it growing out. It's getting thick.
Oh, come on, man. You got good looking hair.
Mine's really
Good looking head of hair there, man.
Thank you.
I love my hair.
Here, well,
Shit.
what did you? What I mean, seriously, without being sarcastic or, snarky, are you, in fact, unable to grow hair?
No, I'm bald. I get the horseshoe.
Is,
Well,
is that because
Technically, no one's ever fully
technically?
bald.
God bless Amy. God bless Amy.
Amy, jump on. Come on.
Come on, Amy.
All right, let me.
She's away.
If she's anything like me, she'd be absolutely knackered.
No, say for this. I'm in a generation when I grew up, everyone could shave their head, and that was okay. You didn't look like a Nazi, so I shaved my
Right,
head.
right.
But I grew a beard,
Yeah,
so I have some hair.
It offsets the bald head.
excuse me.
You think I'm ugly?
Who? Not me.
You.
I wish my hair
I didn't
wouldn't
say
grow
that.
so fast. It's annoying. I have to get it
I'm
cut
just-
every
Biscuit
month.
babes. The day you shaved your eyebrows, the next week they were already almost in.
It didn't take long for him
Yeah,
to
we
grow
had
back,
to,
though.
we had to make Biscuit Babes whole eventually for that.
I forgot about that
he
because I was on
he
that
was
show.
promised a shirt, and then he was promised what, a cup. And
Yeah,
so
isn't
then he
he
got a shirt.
hidden an asshole?
He did get a shirt and a cup eventually.
Yeah,
Did
from
you?
Cypher, though, not from Trigger Warning.
That's right. That's right.
George sent
That's
the
right.
shirt.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I am a reasonable man. But no, I was curious, Puddin' Pop. I mean, there was no steroids were involved in the whole process.
For what?
You asked me about my steroids, the bodybuilding, and I mean, you're thick enough and large enough to have
No steroids.
Steroid
It's, I
no.
work in a trade since I've been 16. So
Yeah.
I used to go to the gym until she got pregnant, and then I stopped caring.
I get it.
When she stops caring, I stop caring. So
Yeah. If I had been smart, I would have stopped caring about 1970 something.
hey, but
Wish
you,
I'd-
I'm
I
a
wish I'd-
hammerhead.
I
I'm a
wish-
stubborn
I wish I'd
hammerhead.
kept going to gym when I was 17 stone when I had my daughter.
is there a gym in your future, Biscuit Babes?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Once I get down to about 25 stone, I'll be going to gym.
Okay.
I told you
I
guys
like,
that
I
I
like
had to,
doing cross trainers a lot. You know, like not just short amount. I like doing like 2 hours on cross trainer. I
Yeah.
used to anyway when I was fit.
no, not right now. But I
Not
told
right
you
now.
guys I had the
I can't even walk the bottom of the street. Never mind with a cross
torn-
trainer.
triceps extensor tendon.
One
You
of
know,
these
the
days, I will
MRI showed?
join you all on the video. Was she ugly
Oh,
or
but-
something?
What?
No, I don't think so.
You're trolling, man.
No, I'm asking an honest question.
Yeah.
Cipher
Yeah.
this. You're from Florida. Where did you grow up at?
Mostly Florida. Born
All
in
right.
Mississippi. If I don't know if you remember my Live Leak videos, but I had a whole bunch of old, European and English videos, that were my first. After my first year of life, my father was a General Electric um, Cold Warrior liaison with militaries across Europe and England as a radar engineer. And he took me and the rest of the family, to Europe and England, and made old 8 millimeter movies of all of that. And then I converted those into digital, and then I uploaded them to LiveLeak. So that's the reason I don't have I can always pull up a thick, Mississippi accent if I feel like it.
Okay.
But, the only reason I don't have it prominently is that, my first 5 years of life after being an absolute infant were in Europe. They were in Germany, Switzerland, France,
But how about
England.
this? How about this? When you encounter someone from the Northeast, like a masshole, like Smokesteve or
Oh,
a Philadelphian
stop
like
it.
me, what is your true feelings when they talk to
Uh,
you?
I don't have many strong feelings like that. If someone acts like a
You
friggin'
think we're assholes,
carpetbagger,
don't you?
no, no. If someone acts like an asshole, then I take them as an asshole. But usually it's not like that. I mean, in the condo
All right.
association where I'm at, there's 100 units. About 60 to 70 of those units have people who are snowbirds. They go back to the
Yeah, I know
north.
that term. Yeah.
You know the term. Yeah, they go back there and they're cool. They're cool as shit. But anyway,
Well,
what I
I
would
do. Go ahead.
yeah, I was just going to say, I'm still working on the torn, elbow extensor tendon, and that came up in the MRI about 3-4 weeks ago, and that was a revelation amongst other revelations that have happened, to traumatic injuries, and I'm trying to sort myself through that. So that's totally different than the cultural issues that you're talking about. So let's return back to those if you want to. I
All
don't
right.
care.
Well,
You
time
guys
out
don't
real
care
quick.
about my
Amy
Bobo.
responded back with, "I'm in my PJs looking half asleep."
Yeah, who did?
That's a weak response.
Well,
But
this is not
cipher this.
this is
This is
not
what
a
I'm going to tell you.
not a dating site, so she's not coming on to us.
I just wonder if we're having a war gypsy kind of scene going on. So,
No, not at all. Not at all. No, no. Miss
but
Dodd is cool as shit. That's all there is to it. She stayed here this long and been cool as she is on the sidebar. She's cool with me.
There's
cipher
always
this. This is
next.
what I'm
There's always
saying.
next weekend.
Cipher this. I work down in Florida, Georgia most of the time, and a lot of people hated me when I went down there because they're like, "You're from the Northeast. You're an asshole." Then they
Were you working?
realize.
Go
What's
ahead.
that?
Excuse me. Were you working inland or were you working on the coast?
No, I was working inland and coast. Doesn't matter.
The inland folk are more, they are definitely more, what's the right word? Agrarian, whereas the coastal folk are a little bit more, they're more. I don't know. Multicultural is not the right word. They're just they're more aware of all types of people coming in and out of the state.
Oh yeah.
I've never had my only problems are with strong people who come on politically onto the social, websites and become, extreme activists.
Well, I'm not talking about politically, but like people like me and Steve, we grew up in areas that he looks Chinese right now, but where we grew up in. And
what the fuck are you talking about?
Where we grew up was everyone just spoke the truth, but down south, people don't really have that. They lie too much. Like if someone would be
I'll
like,
take exception
"Does
to
my
that.
ass look fat?"
That
You'd be like,
typification
"Yeah,
is
up in
not
Northeast."
true. No, I disagree.
Oh, all
If
right.
you
Well,
listen
that's
to
what I was
me,
told.
well, you
Or
were
too
told
truthful.
you were told wrong. I,
Other than
I
Smoke
mean,
Steve over here lies every time he goes on the show. He's always talking
listen
about
to
how
this. He's trolling, Steve. He's just trolling.
Oh no.
Oh, very funny, very funny.
I have a feeling that Steve's from Boston,
Shipping up to Boston.
and he grew up like
I think those edibles have just kicked
I-
in just to the max.
I am atypical, totally non-typical in how I perceive the entire world.
well, you've
That-
been married 4 times, so
Well, the kind of weird things that I've lived through have made me not compartmentalizable. You can't compartmentalize me, into any cultural, ethnic, regional, box. You just can't do it, in my opinion. I mean, some people will do that, and then they'll just be closed-minded and say I'm this or I'm that. And speaking of me, and I just sort of drive on past their observations. But I mean, your points are very well taken. There are regional, realities to the southern, the southeastern, the southwestern, the western, the New Englanders, the coastal, the coastal, eastern, the central states. All of them have extremely complex, cultural realities that relate to their regions. And, the challenge is to go and embrace those regions, not multiculturalism, but just regional, embracement. And I do that constantly. I mean, I make jokes, but I am almost a Renaissance man. I mean, I enjoy the breadth and the width of my knowledge of what the world is. And I mean, I have a lot to learn, but I also am a lot more knowledgeable than a lot of local yokels. So
all right, before I say this, I apologize to Amy Dodd. I was just joking around. Second off, how you doing, Biscuit Rapes?
he's.
Oh,
but
good. I'm looking at my face,
oh, he's
thinking
cup of tea. I'm
the stubble's coming through already.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
That's crazy how fast you grow hair.
You
That's
do.
amazing.
You did not
It's
have that hair
amazing.
when we began the show.
Like
I know, right?
I was on the
stubble's
show.
coming through on my chin. I only shaved it like
What?
5 hours ago.
I was on the show where Hayden said he would get you all this stuff, and you shaved everything. Now you did get this stuff, right?
No.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Yeah, only off for George.
Yeah.
George
So
sent me a shirt and a cup.
Is Hayden an asshole?
Oh, no, he's just.
Technically, yes.
He's just a
Yes.
big guy.
There
He's
we
a
go.
Big guy. You can't call him an asshole. He's just
How you gonna
a
say
big
that
guy.
on his own stream?
I said technically yes.
Okay.
But so what? In the words of what's his fucking name from New York, Andrew Cuomo. Technically yes, but so what?
He has minions like me to cover for.
His exact Cuomo's exact words were: "Is vaping better than smoking?" Technically yes, but so what? And then he banned it.
And then he banned it. Yeah. Well, between de Blasio and Cuomo, they fucked up New York nicely. Thank you very much.
So, Biscuit Vapes, you're what time is it there? 3:18.
Oh, it's getting on. It's getting on.
So
20 past 3.
what time do you wake up tomorrow?
The
9
second
o'clock
one.
on the dot, no matter what.
Your
Why?
daughter.
My daughter's on holiday, but my body
Oh,
clock
she's on
gets me
holiday?
up. No matter what time I go to bed, I'll wake
You're
up
on-
at 9
Yeah.
Wait,
o'clock.
whoa. Your daughter's on holiday, and you're on holiday, I guess, too, right?
Oh,
He'll
no, I'm in
sleep
my
till-
house.
he'll
I'm
sleep till
babysitting my
10 or
dog.
11. He's
'Cause
lying.
nobody
He'll
looks
sleep
at
till
my
babysitting
10 or
a
11.
dog?
Okay, if his daughter's not involved, he's lying. He'll sleep to 10 or 11.
Why are you
I'll
on
be
with
up at 9
us?
o'clock.
Okay,
Why-
well, you might.
Why are you on with us?
Why not?
Well, yeah, he's
I've
having.
got
You're
nothing
on-
else I can do. I
Hey,
can't go down to
hey.
the pub, can I?
We're the
You're
best.
on holiday. You can
That's
invite
it,
that
we're the
neighbor
best.
over.
You know that? Hey.
I'd rather speak to you guys.
Oh.
That's
My
right.
neighbors are stupid.
Not many better things you can do in life than speak
So
to
you're basically
Cypher
you took advantage of her?
and this guy over here.
Say again?
There.
What? So you just said you took advantage of her?
Is that the guy?
Advantage of who?
Your neighbor.
No, I didn't take advantage of my neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
She came on to me.
That's right. Why not? Hey.
It took her a year and a half to come on to me.
Well, that's a lot of working.
Yeah. You're a
I
crafty man.
wasn't showing any interest whatsoever, and she came over and professed her love to me.
No.
And then
Really?
about 3 months after
Yeah.
we got together, she
Was
like,
she in a
yeah.
bad romance at that time?
No, she had been in a bad place with her daughter's dad, who was
Oh,
a marijuana addict, and
a weed addict?
Yeah,
Like Smokesteve?
yeah, but like worse. He was like he was not, what's the word? He was violent with it.
Oh,
that does happen. You know, I mean,
He basically, it gave him severe paranoia, and it was always like, what you
marijuana
doing?
makes you paranoid?
you know,
in
what
this country,
happens is,
some of it
you know,
does.
here's what I have found happens is that if there are musculoskeletal injuries and they're unrecognized and they're untreated and not medically at all, attended to, people get very strange relative to maladaptive, behaviors. There are contortions that the body makes to try to deal with the injuries, and then there are, different, chemical efforts to maladaptively, handle the pain, the chronic pain problems. That's what happened to me. In the long and
What?
short.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
With
this-
marijuana?
Even I remember that's one of the reasons that I'm so tentative about jumping onto the marijuana bandwagon.
So
is-
you cipher this. You're telling me like Smokesteve is a very abusive husband.
No, he doesn't have chronic pain problems. I'm saying that people with injuries, with spinal injuries, with other joint injuries, who don't have intellectual or medical knowledge at all of those injuries, will not handle psychoactive substances properly. They won't handle them properly. And
my brother is currently
early,
battling severe depression, and the marijuana is making him lose pretty much every job he's had. He goes psycho on his staff.
And that's very anecdotal
with.
stuff, very anecdotal stuff. Where is your name? It's gone. I don't know you anymore. I don't know your name. I'm having a senior moment.
Biscuit vapes.
No, you.
Pudding pop.
No, pudding pop. Yes, pudding pop.
Are you high? Are you smoking marijuana?
Very drunk.
That laugh sounds like it.
Very drunk. And I have gabapentin, I have tizanidine, and then I have a caffeine pill in me. So we talked about how I balance the high and low.
You have a caffeine pill at you at 10:23 p.m.
Oh, I took it around 7 before the show, but but it's still working on me, just like the tizanidine and the
Smokesteve, you good?
Oh,
You're
you're
mute.
muted. You're muted.
I once took a box of 48 caffeine pills, and I fell asleep half an hour later.
What? No,
What?
not. That's a lie.
And I'm back.
Are
He's
you okay?
Caffeine does nothing for me at all.
Do you gotta go?
Gotta go where?
Is
apparently not.
I guess not.
Well, I mean, I could just go and listen to tunes if we're at that point.
Tunes.
You got your drink?
Yeah, I got a nice
I
drink.
had my drink.
Come on,
see?
come on.
That's
Cheers.
the last of the vodka. This is the last of the vodka. Cheers, sirs.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
This is Maker's Mark on the rocks.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark? How old are you?
45, dude.
He's old enough to be
Didn't need
rich.
to answer that, really.
That's right. That's right. He's old enough.
He's old enough to make his own decisions.
How old are you? 30?
Whoa.
What's that? 27, 28.
Is
bottle?
Maker's Mark old man booze?
No, it's just it's rich man's booze. Top shelf.
I just gotta
Top
say, Smokesteve, you're screwing up with the chat. Someone
What?
said cheers.
What?
What is it now?
Stop.
Someone
Just
said
stop.
cheers.
Stop with the trolling.
Thirsty drunk. What's up, guy? How are you?
There you go.
Cheers.
Marijuana isn't always good. It can make people schizophrenic, like yes, and it can also
Well-
stop seizures in other people. So
I just I
I was waiting. Time out. I was waiting for Smokesteve to come back to talk about marijuana
Yeah. Good.
because
He
he's
is-
the expert, obviously.
He is a great advocate and a relative guru about the subject.
There you go, buddy.
That's right. I'm
Definitely
I
not
would
done
love-
my brother
I
any
would love
good.
for him to
He's
send
had
me some of them beans.
since
for a
January. He's had 12 jobs, and every single one of them, he's kicked off at the manager and stormed off
Are you
within like
telling
a
me
week
this
of
is
getting a
just
job.
marijuana, though? This
No,
Just
is
marijuana.
just
He
marijuana.
doesn't do anything else. He only does
There is
marijuana.
no way in hell it's
There
just
are-
marijuana.
I mean, I have
Is
to
he
say, I
bipolar?
have to say, guys, look, no,
He's got ADHD.
there are injuries involved. Biscuit,
No.
how many times has the guy been injured?
What, my brother?
Yes.
None that I can remember.
No, none. Bullshit. Come on. He's been injured.
I don't know. I've never seen him get injured.
And he's never talked
I've
about
wanted to injure him when he's
it.
broken
Has
my
he been
shit.
beaten up? Has he had traffic accidents?
Are we talking about your brother now?
Yeah.
Can
I
you beat
wanted
your
to
brother's
beat him up.
ass?
He stole my shit and broke it
Oh.
when we were
Can
when
you
we were
beat your-
younger.
Today, if you faced your brother, can you beat his ass?
Not at the moment. I'm not physically capable, but
Okay.
about 3-4 years ago, easy.
Yeah. The thing that precipitated my initial sobriety in 1977 was some of the most outlandishly absurd and quasi-criminal behavior that you can imagine. And I never intended to enact any of it. And when I became sober, I took care of the worst of the bizarre behavior, but I never did get the solution to the problems. And I didn't have, when they talk about socialized medicine and whether it's good or bad, I got out from under the medical umbrella from about 1977 till about 1982 or 3. And I was in and out of being able to get decent medical care. And I needed medical care. And it was hard to get. And I mean, there were hit and miss scenarios where I almost had solutions, to physical problems, but I didn't get those solutions. And so I was trying to behave my way out of physical injury problems, overuse syndromes. I told you guys I was an ex-athlete. I had overuse injuries. I had traumatic injuries, and I never had medical care for any of those injuries. And the only reason that I stayed ethically and morally, what's the right word? integrated was that I was sober from 1977 until 2004. And at the end of 26 years and 9 months of sobriety, I was fucking in incredible pain. I was broke. My scorecard read 0. And I mean, I was in deep behavioral trouble. And that was, you don't expect that when you're behaving well. I was behaving well.
Well, time out. Were
Okay.
you depressed at that time? Were you going through
No,
mental episodes?
no. Now
Not one bit.
I had one psychiatrist try to basically compel that kind of course of treatment onto me. That's not what I needed. I needed fucking MRIs. I needed an operation for a completely fucked up, cervical disc problem. And, I had medical doctors that were fucking, I mean, you have to take this subjectively because it's not really the truth. But in my opinion, I had some fucking morons, trying to medically treat me in ways that were cavalier, ignorant, and uncaring. And Jesus Christ,
So,
And
do
go
you
ahead.
think marijuana would have helped you at that time?
No. Well, I smoked marijuana one time in those 20, not quite 27 years, and the consequences of that was that I saw the best James Bond movie that I ever saw.
Were you happy?
What, when I smoked it?
Yeah.
I wasn't happy or unhappy. I was just my perceptions were altered, and I
Okay.
saw a great movie and great special effects. It was the guy
Hey,
went
Steve,
through
you're
the
all right, bro.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good conversation. I like this.
My whole thing is, I'll tell you a little story, not get overdrawn. All right, my mother-in-law had breast cancer younger. She battled with it for 14 years. Chemo and everything. Taking Percocet, oxys to morphine. Her 2 last years on life, she was happy, smiling, because she stopped all that bullshit and started smoking weed. And it dealt with the pain so much better than taking Oxycontin, which would cause all these other side effects.
but the cancer was aggressive enough that it
It was aggressive enough that she just gave.
terminated her life.
I hate to say the word give up, but she just wanted to live her life
Yeah.
feeling happier
Well,
and then die.
from late 2002 until and early 2003 until 2010, I was given strong, medications for, hydrocodone, oxycodone, no OxyContin, which is, like about 4 times the intensity of oxycodone.
I was addicted to it one time, I know.
Yeah, and I had some extended release morphine mixed into that bag, and I needed to have there. It was funny because in early 2001 I had an open MRI that did show the need for an operation in my neck, and the way that things happened, that was done under one insurance, and when I shifted to another insurance, the testing and the results of this MRI didn't transfer over to the new set of doctors and to the new medical regimen, and nobody caught it. And I thought, I was so subordinate to medical authority, to parental authority, to adult authority. Even though I was in my 40s, I still respected white collar professionals at a level that was just like, they know much more than I do about how to live life and what's important for me in my life, so I'll submit to their wisdom. And
Shh. I want to hear Smokesteve snoring.
oh,
Look at this.
Well, he's a wise man, and his wife loves him, and he is actually listening.
Smoke Steve, is it time to end this?
I think it is. I think
Yes.
We
you've-
want you to be
you've
a
reached
happy
the
man.
peak of your high, and maybe you'll
You got-
enjoy listening to some music.
Smoke Steve, you got shit to do tomorrow. You got friends popping over. If
July
it's time to
4th coming
go,
up.
he hasn't spoken.
Later, dudes. Peace out.
When you love
Peace
All right,
life,
my
Steve.
friend.
love life.
Listen,
Life
guys,
is
have a
worth
good Fourth,
loving.
Biscuit Babes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that your health, you're moving forward with it.
Yeah. And we'll
And
continue our
Hopefully,
discussion
we'll see you guys
later, sir.
next week or the following week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Next
We'll
week,
see.
fantastic.
We'll see. We'll
You-
see.
I'll
But
go back
over
to
there.
the set
We're gonna
schedule next
later.
week.
you guys have a great night, though.
You too, Topple.
Take care.
All right, bye.